So I guess I'll just fold aces and
Hello. Check, check. 1, 2. Hello. PBKC live. Sometimes
We're back.
when you're live, things happen. And Christopher Walken would say, it just happens.
Hopefully it happened for the last time tonight.
Yeah, let's cross our fingers, folks. I mean, it's annoying trying to watch something and then, just shuts down when it wants to. We got to name the
Right. We're back in time to see a flip here. We got Ace Queen suited against Pocket 5. So far, Pocket 5's looking good.
We've seen this before. Fives have held up versus the 2 overcards.
Yeah, got the flush draw there on the turn, but
holds up again.
No help on the river.
Thanks, everybody, for coming back. If you're with us before or you're jumping in right now, just in time to see a flip. Very shortly, I heard maybe 15 minutes from now, but I heard the tournament director saying we're about to go hand for hand, so the numbers jump quickly. You get because they're 21 spots. We're at 23, so yeah, we're real close to that money bubble.
Close. I was going to say it's under 15 minutes away from that, yeah.
Time. It's irrelevant.
It's gonna not be the end there for Frederick, but it brings him down under 60K. So
you can hear Gino's laugh. It's so iconic.
I feel like you said that 15 minutes ago.
I did. I just didn't say it on the stream.
It was in private though. One of a kind.
You just know he's running good when he's laughing. Poker players so emotional when they're winning. They're all happy and enjoy, wee, and then they lose a big pot and they're all sad and quiet.
Gentlemen, thanks for tuning back in. If you see top left here, you can see the sevens and the kings. It has their chip stack under their name. As far as players at the other tables, though, no, we can only track what we have here at the table.
Oh, Steve with kings. Sorry to cut you off there, buddy. Did he fold the kings? No, it's impossible.
He knows something we don't know.
that they weren't kings? No one ever folds pocket kings, ever.
Maybe he misread his hand. You ever hear people say, like, maybe he thought it was a king, what looks like a king?
It's usually the other way around when they think they have kings. They have king 4 or something like that. Yeah, every once in a while we'll post on the feature or final table the players and the chip counts, their whole stack size. But right now, if you just look underneath their name, it should give you a total count of what they have. Most of the time, it's pretty accurate. Not all the time, but
yeah, we've been good lately.
Yeah, the production's doing a great job. You got Justin in the dealer box right now. Got 2 players. It went check on the turn, and there's a river card. So it's 9 deuce 9 jack 4, and Mark with a boat.
Yeah, boat's got the check mark here. 2 pair, but
he got value there because he checked on the turn, very sneaky. And extracted value. That's how you extract value. I guess he was hoping for the player to try to bluff on the turn, but the other player, Jim, did not bet the turn, but called off because he sensed some weakness. And there's your VPIP, voluntarily put in pot.
Steve at the top, no surprise there.
Yeah, the most aggressive player so far. Mark not too far behind, and then Frederick and Mr. Ramsey. I'm surprised Ramsey's numbers are 20%. He's more on the aggressive side.
Yeah, Susan, thanks for rejoining us. The whole building had an internet little disconnect or whatever it was. So.
I like how she said that. You guys went away for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
We're here, and even the tournament clock upstairs went down for a minute. So had a little outage of Wi-Fi here through the building, but we're back now.
Steve has 254K in chips. He might not have won a hand while you're going away, but now it's going to be a flip. Georgia, all in with jacks.
And, Steve's going to be in a big one here.
Yeah, I don't see him folding ace-king suited.
Ace-king suited pre.
I mean, unless he likes Georgia, doesn't want to try to knock her out of a tournament. It is a lot.
103,000 more.
Right.
I can't see him folding here, but.
He wants an official count. How much is that?
123 is correct, so confirmation the graphics are on point. Means 103 to Steve on top. I can't see him folding here unless, they're
too strong of a hand.
Friendly.
Yeah, I mean.
You don't like to make this call. I mean, you're worried. Obviously, George is not a loose player, I don't think. Right. Image is, so you're worried about ace, king, something like that.
Susan's like, oh, Lord, he's in a pickle.
But this would be a big fold to fold ace, king suited on top of it. Pre-flop here.
Steve's had a little bit of a roller coaster ride. Came to the table with almost 300K in chips. Got up to like 375. Lost the flip to Ramsey.
He loses this, he's going to be down to 151.
Right,
so
right.
If he makes the call.
I like the liquor. I don't like the chips count. So
I mean, it's 58-42, you know. I mean, it's just be a great fold in a way.
Yeah, disciplined fold if he does it. If it was another player, he might have snap called already, but he just, like you said, he knows Georgia is a solid player. She's not making a move.
I think he's folding the body language now.
Yeah,
he would have called by
that's
now.
a good read. If you look at a player, he doesn't look happy about it, right? So if he goes with his gut instinct, he's just gonna fold. That's your hubby. Oh well, if he gets all in there, I think Susan, since you're watching, he might win. Hello again. Texas sub. Who? I think Susan is saying Steve is her hubby. And I think your read is right. He's just going to fold. He doesn't look confident about this.
Unless he talks himself out of it. He certainly wants to fold.
I can't telepathically fold! It's 15 minutes in the past, so it's kind of hard to make him do something he's already done before.
He's about to fold.
He's talking himself into it. He's like, I can't. This hand's too good. I just
stream.
can't let it go.
They're not going to let me live down, fold nice, king suited pre-flop.
And release.
I'm just waiting for those cards to get kicked to the right. There it is.
Yeah. I fold. He shows her. That's mad respect. What? Everyone's like, I can't believe you did it.
58-42.
I wish we could rabbit hunt. That would be so much fun. Yeah. Let's see it.
Well, you know, we knew the odds. It's 58-42.
You know, and it's not just like the rabbit hunt.
Stack. Yeah, it's not as bad of a fold as some people would probably say. How, like, saw the table's reaction. How can you fold that? Well,
also, he has lost a flip before with ace-jack, ace-10, 2-5.
And as you see there, I mean, look, there was jacks against ace-king suited. He still only had a 42% chance based on our numbers, and he's worried about maybe even aces or kings and where he's really drawn bad, which is a possibility. So,
yeah.
Yes, you need to win a flip to win a tournament, but if you can avoid the flips where you can, and you can get chips in a more secure, safe way.
I think ace-king is an easier hand to shove in with than the call off with.
Exactly. I don't hate the fold.
No, we're not even in the money yet. So.
I think that's the kind of spot where both plays
are acceptable.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
I might not have showed the table.
I was going to say, but showing that table, now you got a real tight.
People could think they can bully the bully. I don't know about that.
Yeah. All I got to do is come over top. He'll fold even an ace-king suited he's laying down. Wow.
It's all Susan's fault. She told him to fold. 3 jack deuce, and it's heads up here. Check. Now see, Mark's picking, and Mark's like, "Oh, you got to fold ace king. You got to fold here. You got to fold there." Texas subs like, no one folds ace king, right?
Players are still talking about it. They say there's arguments for both sides. I think that's what we're coming up with too. And as you said, it depends who you're playing against, too. I mean, players got a tight table image. I mean, what are they coming over top there with? What hands are we putting them on? Are they doing that with an ace-queen? Probably not.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors to play.
So you're flipping at best at that point in a way.
If Georgia had a smaller stack, maybe he snap calls it off. But it was a substantial amount.
If it's only 80,000 or less, I think you do call.
Right.
With the 20K in already.
Correct.
But I think it was a perfect stack size.
Right. Both of us agree that either decision was fine?
Yep.
What would she do? I don't know. WWSD, instead of what would Jesus do? What would Sue do? Sue, are you a good poker player? Do you play these tournaments? There is a ladies' event for the Moneymaker Tour coming up. Do you know what date that's on? Can I see the clipboard? The ladies' event. In Daytona, our girl Mika won the ladies' event. She's a solid poker player. They're trying to collect for the bubble. You got 2 spots. It's more normally one person away that they collect money bubble. It was funny. So last week, Mike was on the feature table, and they were one away from the. He was like, "Let's collect 10 for the money bubble." And Mike was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that," because he had like 300K in chips. And Jeff goes, "Will you do it if I asked you?" And Mike's like, "All right, fine." He threw in the 10.
Jeff got that pull. Okay.
Yeah, he did. And then Jeff knocks out Mike, though. They were all buddy-buddy. And even Mike bought him a drink. And then Mike had queens, and Jeff had king-queen and flopped a straight. And on the turn, Mike went all in, and Jeff called. Obviously, with the nut straight, you're going to call. So Mike got knocked out by that. Don't buy people drinks at the table. That's the moral of the story. Are we hand for hand? The clock's not. We're not updated. We're hand for hand, right?
We are hand for hand, I believe. Yes.
So that's last week was a fun week. Obviously, I'm recapping a lot of things that sometimes I forget. But last week
I was on the Wednesday stream last week.
Yeah. Happy to see you here today, buddy.
You know,
after you made it through the roundabout.
I'm just gonna go the way I know next time.
How many years have you been working here? That's the first time.
I never take the airport.
That's
if I leave that
crazy.
plaza, I always do the U-turn and then come back on Congress from Okeechobee. That's the first time I was like, you know what? Let me take this way.
Let me take the detour. Oops.
Yeah, but you said that should be the quicker way if you know how to do it.
All in the call here.
And Frederick in a good spot here to get the double up he needs.
How did Frederick get to the short stack? We were dealing with an internet issue, and he probably lost some hands.
Yeah, I mentioned it. It was right when we came back. Right. I forget the exact hand, but yeah.
Susan said she would have shoved a while ago with a hand like that. All right, so here we go. Off. Oh, we're hand for hand, so we got to pause for the action. We make sure the other tables are not in the same situation. We could be the money. That voice you hear is Tony. John, and there's your flop. 3, 5, 4, 3, safe. Oh, Ace Jack survives.
Frederick up to 109,000.
Yep. And here's the dilemma when you don't call with. I mean, just being devil's advocate. Steve had a chance to knock out Giorgio with Ace King, and I feel like sometimes when you don't play a hand that's set strong, you still lose the chips up some way or other. You know, like you lose 100K somehow, somewhere. Yeah. It's just crazy. Both all in survived. Oh, you just hear Joey Dolan's system went down.
Yeah, we are well aware down here.
Hopefully it doesn't go down again. Annoying. So normally when you're hand for hand, it's clock stops. 2 minutes off the clock for every hand. That way some short stack doesn't delay the game waiting for someone to get knocked out.
Ramsey here on the button with a king jack. He's putting in a raise. Makes it 16,000 to go.
It seems like all the good players take the money bubble as an initiative to be more aggressive because, you know, some people just want to make it to the money.
Don't want to do all that work just to be knocked out on the bubble.
Right. That's the worst spot to be knocked out in a poker tournament.
And Ramsey's raise is going to be called by both the small and the big blind here, so 3 ways the flop.
I guess he didn't make it big enough.
And Richard low on chips, still making that call.
Yeah.
With an 8-5. Not the flop he was looking for here. Actually, Ramsey getting the best of this flop.
These are not the George you were looking for. Check back. Oh, surprise.
Check it, yeah. And an 8 year is a great card for him as it is.
Oh man, you think you hit Jim with a turn card? You got a pair. You bet out 10K, and then you get snap raised on. Cannot feel good.
And I mean, you can't. Yeah, you either got to fold or go all in here. It feels like.
Yeah, it's stiff, and you're one away from the money. So, I mean, do you want your $216 or do you try to win this pot? And Ramsey get to show him the jack. Shows both cards actually, King Jack. So. It's a good check on the flop there for Rami. Got a little more action. Didn't put anyone on the 9, so.
Yeah, and if I'm the short stack here, I'm not playing another hand. I would just be locking it up for the money.
Just give me my money.
Yeah.
Especially through the blinds, right? You got through the big blind.
2 other tables, exactly. You got all these hands.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if I get aces, you just hate to put it in, but you got to. Aces, kings.
Yep.
I feel like if I got ace queen here, I'd fold. Not saying you should, but that's just that bubble mentality here.
Right. Yeah.
Step 5. I got all these free hands coming up ahead. Somebody's got to be knocked out in that time.
Yeah. I've been on a money bubble before where all the short stacks always doubled up, and it's like an hour and a half, and you're like, oh, my God, no one's getting knocked out. That's when stress kicks in. I know there's a ladies' event. I'm looking on the schedule, and I just can't seem to find it.
Still haven't found it?
I know. If I had my glasses, that might help. But I mean, there's a horse event. There's an Omaha event. There's satellites almost every other day.
Yeah, number 5 of hand for hand coming up.
It's crazy because on the schedule there's an older than Moneymaker.
And there's no younger. I saw that.
Yeah, and they're still so weird. So it might be a typo, but because why would there be one without the other?
Well, they have senior events, and they don't have non-senior events a lot of times. So,
Could you imagine a senior jumping into the youth event? Oh, there. Susan says it's on Mother's Day. Well, thank you very much. She's seen the schedule. She is a poker player. I love it.
When is Mother's Day?
Thank you, Susan, for helping me out. I appreciate that. It's always great when the chat is being helpful.
May 11th. Let's see if they put it on the schedule. Yeah, there it is. Moneymaker Ladies No Limit Hold'em.
Right there.
5,000 guaranteed.
Right at the end, which I kept on skipping.
$186 buy-in.
I thought it was in the middle. I kept on skipping over that.
But you're right. I've checked like 5 times. I did not see a younger than Moneymaker event. So.
Right. The Gresham frequency, which is really close to the VPIP, but different, shows that Steve is up top, 38%. Frederick right behind at 31%. Those closest. And George is 0%. That can't be true. That cannot be true.
So that 3-bet with
right. That can't be true.
pocket jacks doesn't count towards aggression frequency?
I don't know. I don't know where they get that.
3-betting seems pretty aggressive.
I would think so as well. 4K, 8K are your blinds.
We're starting off with Steve under the gun with an ace-jack of hearts.
I feel a raise coming.
K9 at the Kennel Club. Not good enough for, well, Frederick hasn't folded yet, to be fair, but I think graphics are right. He's gonna lay it down. Richard down to 23,000, just hoping somebody gets knocked out. And Jim short stacked here in the big blind with King Queen of Hearts.
Go for it, Jim. Go for it.
I'm not doing that if I'm him. Ooh.
Oh, he's all in.
Wow, no fear.
See how that's a snap call for that? See that stack size? Earlier we were like, oh, he didn't play ace king, but look, he snaps off Jim 66K with ace jack suited, and we're off to the races. We just have to wait for the go green light from the tournament director, Joey Jones. I love Joey. Joey's such a people guy, like he got that position over a year ago. And he still runs the tournaments. Like he was yesterday downstairs running our PLO tournament. He doesn't what's the word? I'm not delegate, but
Forget where you came from.
that too. But I mean, he didn't like get up on a pedestal like I'm the director now.
Exactly.
You guys work.
Yeah.
You minions work. No,
I
no.
can think of
A lot of things you can think of.
No, yeah, Joey's great.
Yeah.
I love being on stream, so I'm not going to say unfortunately I haven't gotten to work for him as tournament director, but
Right.
from everything I see, I like him.
Yeah. That is Justin asking if Joey knows that we're on pause, waiting for the green light, because there he goes. Justin's like, I'm just asking if you knew or not. That's all. Bink, ace, and 2 hearts. Wow. We just busted the money bubble.
That's why I'd be folding there.
Right, correct. We talked about this
But I
too.
mean, is that how you're supposed to play, though? I don't know. That's just how I would play. Because, I mean, there you're the big blind. You already got, 6-6. You got 12K in. You got 50-some behind. You got king, queen.
He raised. King, queen's not a good hand to defend with on a raise of the money bubble. Like, if it was not open, then you can make that move. It's a whole different scenario.
From the big blind. You're folding too, right?
Yeah. I fold 100% of the time there.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
I mean, at best case scenario, the guy has 9-8 trying to steal the blinds. And that's still the worst case scenario.
No, because that's an under the gun raise. So yeah, I don't think that's even plausible. I think at best it's a small pocket pair and you're flipping.
Right.
Really. All right, so that will bust the money bubble, and
we're in the money.
In the money. 21 players tonight, as we said. Big turnout. 216 from 21st to 19th, and then we're going to consolidate down to 2 tables, and money paid jumps up to 255 from 18th to 16th.
You know, it's surprising that with 21 players, I guess that someone in the field didn't want to agree to that $10 pay the money bubble, because normally they just do it to speed up the game.
I mean, yeah, normally they do it. Let's say, obviously, the more tables, the harder it is, the more players.
To get everyone to agree.
It was a 3-table one this time,
Right.
but still, yeah. If you would have asked me if they would have done it, I would have thought they probably would have.
Right.
But again, we got 22 players. All it takes is 1 to say no. And again, when you got 3 players, maybe it's too much effort just to even pose the question.
No,
I didn't even hear the question get asked.
Yeah, I always pose it just because I've been there before, and like you said, it sucks to work that hard for that much of a period of time and get $0. Like, I've been there before. No one likes busting on the money bubble. So when anyone says, I don't care how many chips I have, if I'm short stacked or the chip leader, I'm always one to say, yeah, let's pay the guy. Let's do it. So just out of curiosity, courtesy. It's one of those things that I do. So we got a new player coming to the table. 21. They should have 3 tables of 7-7-7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This has 7 players on it, so looks like they're balanced. Now back to regular speed poker. No more hand for hand. And that boy Daniel's going to pick up the small blind. You can come in as a small blind. You can come in as the big blind. You can even come in as the button. The one spot you can't come in as and play a hand is in between the button and the small blind. So
that is correct.
Sometimes it get a little confusing for people like, what? You can't play the button. In cash game, you can't come in on the button. It's the best position. But it's different in tournaments.
We can hear you. Thank you.
Gina and Joe.
And look at that. The real short stack at the table survived.
He did. He made that correct fold at the right moment. So he's in the money. He puts $216 back in his pocket. Hopefully he only bought in for one time, and it's a profit. And he still has ways to go. He could climb up the ladder. I've seen it happen.
Blinds are up now to 488. We got a min raise from Ramsey under the gun, and we got some hands here. Wow, Daniel folding ace-jack there in the small blinds.
Yeah, I guess he just got to the table, wants to feel it out first. And
it's just a min raise. So, I mean, yeah, you're playing out of position. But
out of position,
I'd be calling to see a flop there.
Yeah, I would too,
price.
with those cards. Good flop for Ramsey there. Gutter ball for Steve. 16K is a continuation bet. And good price for Steve to call. See if he can hit that jack. In his mind, he's like, jack one time. Jack! Oh, 4 is not a jack.
It's not what he was looking for. And quick fold after that all in from Ramsey.
Ramsey's like, I'll let you see one card, but I don't want to play this game anymore. You might have a hard draw. I don't want to get tricky, too tricky where you let the person in and bust you for the right price. The price is right, Bob. That's a Price is Right reference if you don't remember that show. Bob Barker, one of the best there was in the business.
I think of Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I know. I know, right? I think they're making the remake.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Adam Sandler. Let's get bored of his life. He go to the Oscars in shorts or something? Was it the Oscars or one of those awards?
Sounds about right.
Golden Globes. Yeah, he don't care. He's like, I am who I am. It would be funny if they didn't let him in because he was wearing shorts, though. You know, like, you are not dressed for the occasion, sir. Go home.
Steve's got Queen 10 of Hearts here.
Do you like that hand?
I do.
Okay. But Ramsey with Ace-7 of hearts, so all the hearts on the flop would be disastrous. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but you can't know that.
I know. 7, well, it's all red, but
got
diamonds.
A diamond here, yeah. 5 of 6 cards here are red for our players, but they're all hearts.
Right. So the queen puts Steve in the lead here.
Told
Queen
you,
5,
told
7.
you I like Queen 10.
Well, Ramsey likes his pair of 5s, so.
Pair of 7s. Mid pair with that ace kicker, yeah.
Right. He's trying to represent the flush, though, or at least the flush draw with an ace.
And it's a tough spot here, although quick call from Steve.
Yep.
Heads up here to the turn. It's a good card for Steve if he thought he was ahead.
Right.
Checks to Ramsey. Potted 100K here, and a check back. Not the card Steve wanted to see.
Yeah, but definitely a card.
Well, look at this.
Oh, yeah, taking a page out of Ramsey's book instead of calling a bet, he's going to put out a blocker here, 30K. And if you look at Ramsey's face, he's actually not happy about that. So
he doesn't look like he necessarily believes it, though. I mean, you can't.
He's a non-believer.
Could you just flat here? I mean, you do have 7s.
How can 7s be any good in this board?
Exactly. I feel like this is either fold or raise if you don't believe them, but.
Yeah, any 4 wins with a straight. Any diamond gives you a flush, even if it's a deuce of diamonds. They're hard to call off with one pair. I mean, he does, though.
Just a flat. Wow.
Keeping him honest. And then Steve's like, oh, I guess you got me. Because all I have is a pair of queens. And nope.
Wow, interesting.
I know. I know.
I thought if he was thinking about anything, it'd be maybe a raise if he didn't believe he could have a diamond there with that bet on the river.
In that scenario, he's somewhat correct. He didn't have the flush.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the straight. But he still had the best hand.
But yeah, if you have that read and you want to commit to it, I feel like coming
I think the raise
come over
would
the
have
top,
much better play. Yeah,
you're getting them. It's risky, obviously, but if that's your read and you're committed to it.
There's that level where some of the pros can do that. You know, they got that read and they just have that feel and they're in that position and they make it. And you're like, oh, how'd they do that? It takes the game from luck to skill, right? I mean,
you saw him in the much smaller pot with the chop board earlier.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
I mean, call after getting re-raised.
Those hero callers, I guess they're good in situations, but I mean.
All right, Danny's got ace-jack again. We already saw him fold before. That was to a raise, though. Here it's a. He's the first one in the pot, and he'll raise it up. Makes it 20,000 to go.
You didn't have to travel too far. I like it. This table has been very quiet. I mean, there's not that many talking players on there. Everyone's so serious and focused. Still some spots away from the final table. We're all in the money now, which is a little bit easier to play once you make some money. Obviously, the goal is first place, which is $5,000. And I know to some people that doesn't sound like that's great, but that's
I mean, for $130
$30
buy-in.
Yeah. I wish I was playing in it. I wish I was in. All right, here. Players all in. Richard's like, enough's enough.
He's made the money.
He did.
Got some suited cards. He's in the big blind here as well. Got most of those chips already in, so makes sense. And he's not in. Well, he's not in great shape. He's not in terrible. Queen 9 against Queen 3. We'll see. Now he's in pretty decent shape. Any card above a 9? I think that 9's gonna play. Yep, Kings with an Ace Queen 9.
I'm supposed to turn over the hand. Did you muck it? You gotta turn it over. Yeah.
There it
Gotta
is.
show. They gotta show. And the players all in, just the way. Hey, well, Richard, listen, great job. You had a short stack and you made it to the money, so you did what you gotta do. Andrew says Rami is a pro. Is he really?
Damn.
$250,000, $25,000.
No, the prize pool is only 19,500.
Yeah.
So just under 20K prize pool.
Right.
Ramsey 2028. Damn, what are we? Is he going to be the next president, too?
Let's go. Why not?
This guy's got quite a fan club.
You know, listen. He's been playing poker for a while. It's good to see he's made some good plays. A little questionable that one play, but that's okay. I mean, sometimes you got to keep a player honest. And, maybe he just felt like the 30K was worth the information. You never know the rationalization.
I'm not touching anything.
Maybe.
It ain't me. My feet are on the ground.
Oh, my God. What is going on here? Oh, is there like a crazy full moon out or something? I mean, oh, yeah, there was those meteors or something. What's that, a meteor shower today interfering with the cosmos?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
What time you got to be up to see a meteor shower? Is that like a
It's hard to
3
see
a.m.
during the
thing?
daytime. It's obviously, you know, happens at night. You can see them a little.
I feel like every time they used to say that, it's like 3 a.m. or something like that.
Right.
It's like a certain time, like the eclipses. Just can't do it anymore.
Can't do it. Any stay though. I don't go to bed till like 5 or 6 in the morning. So
Yeah, you can do it. Used to be me. Frederick looking at ace 10. He's going to make the call. Texas, we had 195 entries. We paid 21 spots.
that is correct information.
Now Mark also with an ace 10 here. 16,000 additional to call, although he's counting out what looks like more than that.
Yeah, calling is good, but raising is more fun.
50,000 looks
50.
like the raise. Quite a big 3-bet there with an ace-10 offsuit from the small blind.
I know, right?
But it looks as though folds around back to Frederick. It's going to be 30 more. He's got just under 100K. It's kind of tough to call this with
his stack size. I think so, and the small blind raising like that actually makes his hand stronger than what it is.
Yeah.
So it's a really tough spot. And then look at that, good laydown. I mean, it's not good laydown, but I mean, it's the correct laydown. You're playing the player and the position. So, well, Joe. I mean, Mark has 300K in chips, and I guess he didn't get them just by being lucky. So.
Yeah, I was surprised to see the aggressive 3-bet from the small blind there. But
Yeah, he's playing Frederick. Maybe he played with him before. Maybe he thinks that that opening was a little light, and he could take down the pot. And it's always nice when a plan works out the way you want it to. I mean, I don't see him folding to a shove. Frederick's stack was only 90K, so. 98,000 for Frederick with Queen 3. I mean, it's always that decision. Is this the hill you want to die on? So, Ace 10. No, it's always like a hand like you can see a flop with, but not really a hand you want to go all in with. Some people don't like Ace King; they really hate Ace 10. So,
pocket 8s here for Daniel from the big blind.
I guess you want to be called Danny.
Oh, yeah, I guess they did change it. I've always known him as Daniel.
I always known him as Daniel, too, yeah.
Not going to choose to play the pocket 8s, though. So Steve takes that one down pre-flop with the king-queen.
He's playing on the tighter side. I think he wants to get to the final table. He's playing a little tight. You saw that other hand he folded when he just got to the table out of position.
The ace-jack, yeah.
Right, yeah. Hand number 46. I don't know if you can hear in the background, Chino.
I was worried you were talking about me. I was like, hold up, I'm holding it away. What do you mean you're in the background?
You go in the background, the chewing, no, I mean, the laughter. You got Gino laughing in the background.
Mark now with ace-jack. Played that ace-10 aggressively. He's certainly raising the ace-jack here. 20,000 to go.
Right.
Danny with ace-10 from the small blind. I feel like he was in the small blind as well with that ace-jack, but here he's going to call.
Maybe a different scenario, but nines.
That's not his first hand.
Oh, there's a raise from Steve.
And this will likely get through. Although, again, we saw Mark play aggressively with the ace-10, but it's different here to call. And with another player behind, I can't see this call happening.
Right. It's technically a really good squeeze play here. You get through Mark. Normally, the small blind's going to fold as well, and Danny has shown the tendency to be a tighter player right now. So it's a good play, good read on Steve's part, and nines takes his pot down.
Fold, yep.
Definitely didn't have a pair bigger than what I had. That's why we fold ace king. Ace king is different. I'm not folding ace king there. That I can tell you.
Mark's saying it was a coin flip, and Steve's like,
He's not wrong about that.
Yeah.
It was a flip.
You got to win your flips, though. There's three things you got to do.
And you got a player behind you. That also makes things
a little more difficult, right, for Mark's position. If it was heads
something
up,
else to think about.
Yeah, but I don't think Mark.
I'm still folding heads up, but
probably. I don't know. Georgia, two nice-looking cards here.
Oh yeah, have we seen kings before? Maybe once.
She's announced raised.
I would announce that too with kings.
I think so as well. We're all in agreement. Kings are pretty good.
Ramsey's got one of her kings here in the big blind. 22,000 additional to call. Doesn't look like he's going to do that.
Nope.
So Georgia takes down pre-flop.
Yep. She's got that tight image. Playing solid hands. Poker's fun when you get those good hands, Jacks, kings. When they're not getting cracked. That's the way poker's supposed to go. It's a formula. It's the way it's supposed to go. But does it always go that way? No. You you played poker long enough to know. You go to your good cards, gotta get cracked sometimes. We saw Queen 8 versus Queen Jack. The 8 came.
That we did.
Georgia's playing a great game. Solid poker. Solid. She hasn't stepped out of line yet, out of bounds. But, you know, that'll get you so far, though. You got to be creative sometimes. You definitely need to steal the blinds and antes and sometimes pots that are really not supposed to be yours. There's a fine line between being too aggressive. So Steve,
making the call here.
Yeah.
Only 12K more to him. So.
Right. Steve raised to 20K. Frederick call. So it looks like it's heads up, even though it says 3 names.
No, it's three. It's 3 what?
Oh, Mark's in the hand as well. Okay.
Yeah, Mark was the original raiser.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Steve. So when check.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah. No.
No, there it is.
Yeah. Check to Steve. He bets out 30K. So now we're heads up. Ace-6 versus Ace-Tray. And big chance of a chop here.
3 spades on the board now.
Wow, Steve's got 27 outs. Have you ever seen that before?
A lot of those are chop outs, obviously, as you said.
Mark checks again out of position with Ace-6 here, and Steve's representing a big ace. I mean, we can see his whole card, so it's easier to know, but if you're in the opposite seat facing a bet like that, you're thinking 2 pairs maybe, Ace-King, Ace-Queen.
Flush draw.
Just hit a spade. And the power of position.
Yep.
I say this a lot. Sometimes position is more important than what your whole cards are, and Steve just proved it to you. I think it always helps when Susan at home is telepathically helping him win these hands. Hey, look, it's Dominic, everybody. Now the table might liven up a little bit. I always love Dom when he gets to the table.
Where? Are you kidding me? You got the wrong guy.
Right on cue. Already more talking than we've heard
I
in the
know.
last 15 minutes.
2 players are coming to the table.
Yeah, weird, and we might get a third as well.
Yeah, it should be.
Down to 18
It should be
now.
down to 18 players. It looks like.
Seeing a couple players come in, we got to be down at 2 tables.
Is that Mike? We just talked about him last week. Did a good job. Now he's got 2 racks of chips here. No, this doesn't sound like Mike. No, it's a different player. Okay. Ramsey from the dealer button. Queen 8.
And
Makes
there's
the
our
call.
Final player coming in here.
Yeah, you're right. So even though the clock says 20 players at the top, it's 18. At least 18. I mean,
At most 18. 18 or 17.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Check mark already here for Dom as Ramsey cannot catch up to the pair of kings. However, he's the one betting. Makes it 10K.
Yeah, you know, if you can't win with good cards, win with betting because Dom is checking. So, check back from Rami. Good. He figured the jig is up.
He was getting called. With
Right.
top pair.
He was definitely getting called with king from Dom. Touch it. Is it metal? I don't know if it's metal. Is it metal?
It's not metal though, but it's gold. So you know what it is. It's gold.
Hold on, did it pass the test? It's going back in the bag. I guess it's no good.
Yeah, it's this little shark he wanted to use as a card protector. He's like, listen, I'm not here to cause any troubles.
There is an argument about whether it's natural and from Earth or it's all just from meteorites.
I don't use it.
It's okay. Good guy.
I never knew that either. No, not but headset. No headset. Oh, yeah.
Dom normally doesn't wear headsets. That's why.
See that, Miss Georgia? That they tell you. Even the dealer-
Look at this. We're talking. We're laughing.
You got a nice haircut. I can't even complain. Who did that?
This is all Dom.
Because
It's on me. I'm sorry.
you
Too busy
hairstylist?
having fun.
Whole dynamics of the table have changed with one player. Love it.
What did he just say? Who cut your hair? Your cousin? Is that
He was talking to Trevor, yeah.
Yeah, is that an insult?
I guess it was, yeah. So Daniel raises here with queens to 30K. Doesn't really want any action. It's a good size raise and gets the pot down. I mean, that's one way not to make sure your queens get cracked.
Overbet him?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the blinds are 4 and 8. I mean, 8, 16, 24, 30. It's a little over 3x. It's not that bad, but
we're not seeing many. Most of them are 1 to 2x ranges.
Right. Normally a raise.
Part, so
yeah. 2.5. The old standard used to be 3x's. We somehow dwindled down to 2.5 as a standard professional raise here, if you want to get mathematically inclined of what you should raise. But hey, you know, it's your game. You can raise 5x, 6x, whatever you want. The blinds are now 5. Oh, they're 5 and 10K. 3x is 30K. Makes sense. So he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Just no one wanted
if it's
to.
5-10, then it makes more sense.
Makes a lot more sense.
And he's going to do it again, this time with 9s.
Right. And I bet you gets 3 callers. Or not.
He's going to get at least 1. So this is Raul. He doesn't have his nice shark. Was that shark? Shark card protector, but
he is the chip leader on this table with 440K in chips. He says, let me see
All
your stack.
in.
He asks for Daniel's stack size and then raises, putting the pressure to him. Let's see if Daniel likes this at all.
I don't think he can call here. I think he'd quickly fold, but what do I know?
Daniel's image on this table has been very tight.
Yeah, but this is a brand new player, so that doesn't. This guy just got to the table. It's his first hand playing here. I mean, maybe they played at a different table, but
no, it's a possibility they're on the
before.
same table somewhere else. You're right, but also I think he's playing tighter than normal because he wants to make the final table. Now to stand gamble right. If he gambled right there, woo!
That would be a bad time to gamble.
Why?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
he had 9s. It's a coin flip.
But again, he can't call there. 100. How much does he have? 100.
150K. He'll have 300K in chips. Someone asked earlier.
I'm not calling there.
What were the chip counts? Here they are. Chip leader Raul and Steve came back to 428K. Steve had a little bit of a roller coaster ride. Had 370 at one point, down to 170, right back up to 400K. Can't keep a good man down. I think it's all Susan's fault.
Pretty soon I'm going to slide over the
I thought you were just saying she was the reason he was winning. Now
Yeah.
it's all her fault.
Right, that he has so many chips.
Oh, okay.
I'm still sticking on that.
You made it sound like a bad thing.
No,
Okay.
no. I'm saying that the reason why he's doing so well is because Susan's watching from the sidelines. You got to have your railbirds, giving you that positive energy, sending those vibes. Zzz.
So we got an under the gun raise here, folding around the big blind. He's got 5s. It's Alton.
from myself.
Danny just got 3-bet with the ace king. Now he's
No.
got it.
Yeah, correct. And then Alton's going to come along
Alton's
5s,
just
hoping
gonna
for a set.
call.
Set mining, we call that. Trips 5. Clean flop for Danny.
As it is, the 5s are ahead. But
As-
a C-bet here.
Yeah, and all in
It's
C
gonna
bets.
be hard to call.
Yeah, very hard to call. Just like I worked it out on the paper. Luna, good question. They just corrected it now. If you look in the top right-hand corner, it says 18. As soon as you said 20, we fixed it. It's 18. Remember, we do that manually, so sometimes it doesn't click automatically when a player gets knocked out. It's not tied into the tournament clock. It's a thing that we do in the back of production, so sometimes there's a little bit of a lag to it. It's just the majority of what the players – I love that we started doing this. We just recently did this probably 6 months ago, so it's a good addition to the stream. Lets people know how many players are in it, how many players are left. We're 9 away from the final table. This is a good feature table, though. This could actually be like the final table. Tough crowd. Good players here. I wish we had a camera on the other table.
So this would be, even though we call this a feature table, so the secondary feature table check-ins, you're saying? We could have some...
Yeah, we always like the stack size, some kind of stats, we can see, who's on the outer rim. You know how they do it? They do the other team. You know how they're
I
not
tell
doing
Josh for that new room,
the 2 table cameras.
2-table stream now.
What's all that noise? Someone's betting the dogs?
He comes here at 3:30.
There are your payouts, guys. As we mentioned, over 5K up top today, but over 3,100 for second, over 2,200 for third. Not a bad day here for the $130 buy-in Friday weekly.
That's a really good payout. Did we finish eating the pizza? You know, Luna.
I think they said production finished eating the pizza, so they updated the.
Oh, right. I wish we had some pizza.
I got a salad. But
Demerits, if you raise your voice.
pizza sounds a little better right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Raise 25,000.
You could have had pizza. That's pretty tight there. Georgia's right there in the cutoff with King 10.
Suited.
Yeah, she could have tried to steal there. She's going to wait for premium hands. I mean, that's her style. It's worked for her so far.
Well, Dom had already raised to 25.
Yeah, but Dom's in an early position in the middle. You can, I mean.
Oh, you want a 3-bet with King 10?
Whew, yeah, and the cutoff, steal. That's what the cutoff and the hijack and the buttons are there for. Jack, deuce, 6-6 on your flop.
But see, that's if she was doing things like that, then I think Steve would have called her with the Ace King Diamonds. That's her reputation, you know.
Right.
She's a tighter player.
Yeah.
You don't get that reputation by 3-betting King 10 of Hearts.
No, you sure don't. But every once in a while, you should mix it up. That's all I'm saying. I like that Luna jumped in the chat to say hi to us. Tom's got his red chips in the back, though, even though that's improper procedure. We'll allow it for now. Raul sporting that white moneymaker hoodie.
I used to play a lot of gun games a long time ago. I don't play them no more. They rob, they steal, they cheat. You don't see it, but
Tom talking about the pitfalls of playing a home game.
We got an all-in here from Frederick. Short stack with 66K, ace 10 under the gun. With the big blind coming up next, certainly a good enough hand to do it with. And Mark with an ace 9, he would love this call with Frederick. I don't think Mark can call though, yeah, with all this action behind. If he was a big blind, I think he'd get a call. Danny with a king-queen on the button. 66K a lot here. You got two more players behind. I don't see him calling, but we'll see. I mean, you also know this player is about to be the big blind. You know the range they're shoving with is wide, and that's going to be enough for Danny to make a call.
Because of those factors, I think you're right. He made a decision that Frederick could be using any two cards. I mean, he's still a favorite to win the hand because Ramsey has one of the kings here. But
what's Ramsey?
Yeah, Ramsey might think he's price committed now because 2-1 on his money.
Wow.
So he makes the call from the big blind. So normally when
I'm very surprised by that call.
Why?
He's only got 49K left, and he's making the call for half a stack here with a king 7 offsuit. Okay, it looks like he's got more than that. It looks like our graphics are off a little bit, but he still doesn't have a lot.
6-3-3.
Yeah, he's got about 100K behind, not 49.
There's the jack. Two players have checked so far. This is not a bounty tournament, so the proper procedure is to check it down. But if they do, yeah, Frederick wins it.
Here, you got two callers,
triple
ace 10.
up.
He's like, no way, this is good. But
right,
this is gonna be good. And Frederick goes from 66K to 213,000 with ace high.
It's a nice triple up.
And as we said, Ramsey's not that low. He's got about 100K. I still kind of surprised by that call. 66K was.
Did you hear Dom calling procedure there? They didn't turn up face up Ramsey's hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Ramsey hand. Dom's having a good old time. That's what I like. He's got chips in front of him. It's a good Friday. Oh, it's Easter Friday, too. I didn't even say that. Hey, have everybody. That's a good Friday. I just said good Friday.
I thought you knew what you were doing there.
My mind just went ding, ding, ding. I forgot it's Easter Sunday coming up. So, folks, if you're religious or not religious, I don't know.
Pun was not intended, but
It was just crazy.
We're sticking with this 30,000 raise here. Rauli this time doing it under the gun with pocket jacks. Georgia here with ace queen.
She said call verbally.
He's going to call it.
Yep.
And it's going to be heads up here between Rauli and Georgia. What's up, Steffi?
Steffi Mo in the chat. Steffi Mo just started our Discord.
Now less than
Nice job.
mercy.
35,000. Raul does this whole, let me see your stack size before I make a decision here. And he did it just now. And
Georgia, we got her at 80K here.
yeah.
You're not just flatting here, I feel like. I mean,
Steffi Mo, put the Discord in there for everybody to join. Are you a part of the Discord?
I did. I saw it on the Facebook
Yeah.
page. I don't really use Discord, but I jumped in
I
there.
had ace queen. I had ace queen. So I'm glad. I'm so glad I voted. I know.
$1,100 piece, guys.
In the background, you
Ready?
you just heard Gino said it's $1,100 we chop it up for everybody. It's kind of funny.
There's no way that's accurate, is it?
It's possible with all the prize pool. I mean, it is possible. $1,100 for 18 players, 18,000. Yeah, it's
That's actually
possible.
a pretty good deal. Besides the fact that there's going to be very big differences in stack sizes. But I mean, 18 ways or chopping up 1,100 each. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's joking. No one's going to make agreement
No,
to that.
exactly.
But
You're never getting all 18 to do it.
Steffi Mo's driving. Well, be safe. Don't text and drive, okay? But thank you for jumping on. Of course you can hear Gino. What's a tournament without Gino in the background?
All right, we got Ramsey's stack updated to a much closer amount here, 99,000.
Looks
and
about
it is
right.
all in the middle, and Frederick right behind here.
With ace queen, yeah.
I can't see a fold here again, just like his under the gun raise looks suspicious. A button raise here with a short stack. Wow.
Your predictions are right on, buddy.
I mean, you thought he was folding there?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's got another player. He's got the chip stick. His problem is if Frederick calls there, price is in.
I'm actually very surprised by
I'm
that
not.
fold.
You got the chip
No?
leader to your left. It's the worst spot to have. Raul is like, whatever decision he makes the next few spots doesn't cost him his tournament. He's got 530K in chips, so he makes the call.
I mean,
That's so, yeah.
Frederick doesn't have much, though. Look at him. I don't know. I'm surprised you didn't like that play either. But okay, here we are. Ace 6 against
I don't
King
mind his
10.
fold. I don't mind the fold when you're facing three players. That's the whole thing. You have an ace high. We see now
You're
that he
only
would
playing
won.
the one. You just got one behind. I mean, the odds of him waking up and call. We saw him call the all in as it is, but you think he's calling with another call or potentially an over the top play with ace queen? I'm probably going over the top with the ace queen there. Then
They
King
just
10's
said it
getting
too, though.
out
He's
there.
lost 4 hands with ace queen, so maybe mentally he doesn't like the
Yeah.
hand. So that's the thing. A hand that's really strong and sometimes does well. And when it doesn't do well, he's just saying in the past he's just dealing with what he's dealt with, and
If you're going in, I fold.
Threes or lower. You know what I mean?
I was making a move. I was making a move.
so Raul says he thought he was making a move, and somewhat correct. I mean, ace 6 is not a
That's
hand.
what I'm saying. You see a
Right.
short stack on a button making a move, yeah. That's
Right.
that's why exactly why I was saying I'm shocked the ace queen folds there
Right.
because
It's easy to say from this side of the table, but to be in that table in that spot with the chip leader and to get knocked out of the money bubble when someone went all in.
well, no, it's not. They're already in the money. It'd be different. If
I
we
mean,
weren't in the money.
to final table cash where the real money's at. This $200 is not the money.
Yeah, but at the same time, look at his stack. He's going to need to be making moves to make that final table. That stack ain't going to get you there.
All right. We can argue as much as you want to. Georgia, all in.
Georgia all in. Well, you're just Mr. Aggression, huh? So I'm surprised.
I know sometimes. Sometimes you just get that feeling. A lot of this game, if you play it long enough, you stop making all rational decisions and you go a lot with your gut. And you just trust your instincts. Sometimes they're right. Most of the time, it's gonna lead you to the right decisions.
All right. First one ain't that bad, Miss Georgia.
No takers for Georgia. She picks up 25,000.
Very nice. Yay! Ace King suited.
You bet the right amount.
She said she bet too much, but there's your hand didn't get cracked, so I think you bet the right amount.
Yeah, you do. Right in a bicycle, right? Yeah. That's it.
Here your chip counts. Raul, even though he lost that last hand, still the chip leader, 436. With Steve right behind him, 388. 1, 2, 3. I think Steve has more than 388 though. I think he has
Depends
4.
if that third stack is red or not.
Yeah.
I see red at the top. I don't know if it's full red.
One is good, I'll show you.
Blinds are 5K, 10K. Alden with Jack 9 of diamonds. Danny with King Queen, 127K. Brandon Marley said there's a reason why Ace Queen is called the parking lot hand. Well, I mean, I like Ace Queen. Do I want to go broke with it? I don't. But will I put my chips in with it? I will. So, double-edged sword. I definitely understand what Brent's scenario in this situation what he was trying to say, but I definitely understand why Frederick folded as well. And then when he puts in his reasonings of why today I've lost 4 times with that hand, that he just doesn't want to play it anymore. So, and Raul puts in a big bet there, takes down that pot. There are your chip stacks.
486K.
Right.
Yeah, I want to see Steve stack from the other camera angle. So.
If the other row is red or not,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It looks red from the top.
Yeah. I don't know if C1 has that camera angle. That's the problem, though.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, it looks red.
Yeah, all
It looks
red. So you got
If that's
400,
the
yeah.
case, he's got over 400.
Right. The good news is when Ron does the color up with the orange chips, we get the right account. We recounts the stack sizes. So. We're asking if Gino
with
got
the
knocked
color
out.
up, yeah, they got to, yeah.
Yeah. Still 18-handed. I mean, 18 players left in the tournament. That's a large number. Hasn't dropped. No one's got knocked out.
I think we should be coming up on the break, too, here momentarily in the next 5 minutes.
Right.
There he is. He's still here.
Gino's back. He's not done. Gino's got a lot of energy. What is that, an endless bowl of salad? What the you eat for the last 10 minutes? Jesus Christ. You were at the Olive Garden? Breadsticks and salad bowl. The best part of Olive Garden. You ever been there? I haven't been there lately. They have this new thing. If you buy a
I've been
gallon,
there in a long time,
if
but
you
I used
buy
to like their salad and breadsticks.
to go, a gallon of soup, they'll sell you a gallon of soup, and they'll give you like 50 breadsticks. That's a thing. Can you believe that's a thing? A gallon of soup.
It's funny how those restaurants have like their little thing, you know, like
Yeah.
Olive Garden is the salad and breadsticks. You
Right.
got Red Lobster's the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Those biscuits are so delicious.
Even like I think of like Outback. I think that's the one with like the brown butter with the
The
rolls.
bread, yeah, their bread's
the bread
delicious.
with the brown
Phew.
butter.
You
or
can't
honey
beat
butter.
that bread at Outback. And they have the blooming onion, though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
that as well.
Yeah. All right, heads up here. 9-8. Let's stop talking about food. Get back to poker. I get
This
distracted.
is a big bowl of salad. I'll give it that. Although,
Well, that's
charge
what-
you like $20 for it.
place
so
is called
they
just
better give me
salad.
some salad.
King 6 versus 9-8, and a 7-4-8 flop is good for Frederick.
It's not bad.
I mean, what, a 5 gives you the straight? Half a stack, he bets a little more than half a stack. Looks like he bet more than half a stack, but they only bet 40. Sorry, so I take it back. But that's good enough to win the pot. They call that a leverage bet. Instead of going all in there, he put out a bet as if he was going all in.
A leverage bet, huh? I
Yeah.
hadn't heard that one before.
I used to learn how to leverage a lot of things. Tournament poker's position, leveraging, squeeze plays. They're all little technical terms. Using all those tools to your knowledge if you're really skilled at playing tournaments. That's somewhat different than cash.
It's just mirror. Have we been at 18 for a little?
I just said that. I just said that 2 minutes ago. We haven't been.
I was probably eating salad. You know?
Probably. That's funny.
I tried to multitask, but
right.
No. All gone.
It's been a little bit.
Been a little while.
Yep.
It's all right though. It's only 6 o'clock. It's early.
42. Down to that. That was funny.
Yes.
I know. It's fun.
I'm just happy the internet's still on. I mean, whew.
Yeah, we definitely seem to be in the clear on that front.
Yeah, the whole system went down for a little bit. That's the thing about being grateful for stuff is like you really don't know exactly what you have until you don't have it no more, you know?
Well, why didn't you tell me that before I put my phone in my hand? I had my king 10 suited. Never good hand that hand.
A couple more hands here before the break. As you see in that bottom scroll, as we mentioned, Moneymaker coming back April 30th. That's coming up quickly.
No.
What is it, the 18th today? Jeez.
Yep.
Felt like January lasted forever, and then the rest of the months have just flown by.
You must be having fun because time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're old, I feel like.
It flies faster, that's for sure. You're not even
but less
old
to
yet.
look forward to. I feel like you're a kid. You're always looking forward to stuff.
Luna, 50
breadsticks.
breadsticks with a gallon of soup. Look it up. I'm not
That's
lying.
another thing. Now we're talking about breadsticks. Little Caesar's Crazy Bread. That's what I think of breadsticks.
Yeah, they had a thing.
It used to be like 2 for $2. You'd get like 16 breadsticks for $2, I feel like. Betty? I did not see Betty today, so I'm not sure.
The gallon of soup and breadsticks price, I just looked it up, is only $39.
You get 50?
I think it's either 20 or 50.
That's a big difference.
But you know, I don't know. Let's see if I can find it.
It's colder up there. No air conditioning down here. Well, we got light.
Well, we're in the lights.
Uh-oh. Talking about temperature.
You guys mind? I'll do it.
I think it's 50 because you know what? They're at the restaurant. It's endless breadsticks. You can eat 50 if you wanted to. So, turn the fan on. Blue Frog. Betty was in for. You were in for 4 buy-ins and Betty's out. Yeah, Betty was in for a long time. I don't know if she made the money or not. That's like I said. We don't know what happened on the outer rim, the other table.
He's just sitting. His hair is blowing.
Alton sucking up the wind, trying to ladder up there. Just take your time. Let other people on the other tables they get knocked out. So we're heads up to a flop. Ramsey with 7-4, Raul with Jack-9 on a tray 8-deuce flop.
Not much going on here.
Right?
But one bet will take it. Raul,
Yeah.
the one to put it in. Takes the pot.
It's always nice when you just put out a feeler bet and you don't have to worry about the turn of river. People just surrender. 7-4 is a terrible hand out of position, so I like that song in the background.
Sounds Jimmy Buffety.
Yeah.
I just saw a 4, but I don't know what that means. I can't even see my own cards.
Right.
Actually, it hit this. Yeah, but for you? Oh, okay. You can move it. You can move it that way.
Hold it over here. Hold it over here. They don't want the fan.
Yeah, it is 20 breadsticks, so
20 breadsticks? Yeah, I was like, 50 sounds excessive. Who needs 50 breadsticks? Like a gallon of soup? I feel like it sounds like a lot, but is it really a lot? How many cups are in a gallon again?
that's a good question as well.
I feel like it's 8.
Not mathematically inclined.
It's got to be 8.
8 cups in a gallon?
Yeah.
What? No.
What?
64 ounces.
8 cups in a gallon. That's what I'm guessing.
8 divided 64? I guess you're right.
It's 100% 8. Yeah, because if you get a gallon of milk, there's 8 servings. No servings a cup. Yeah, yeah.
Luna says unlimited breadsticks for $8.99 Monday through Friday.
So the point I'm trying to make here is, so you're saying basically if you got a gallon of soup, it's like 8 servings. Because probably a cup of soup is a serving, right?
Yeah.
So if we're giving you 50 breadsticks divided by 8, what are they saying the servings of breadsticks is? That's like 6 plus breadsticks is 1 serving with 1 cup of soup. Nah.
Oh, if it was 50, you mean?
Yeah, that's why like 20. That's like 2 breadsticks with your soup. That's a lot better than 6. Yeah,
All right.
that makes sense to me.
I don't know where I heard 50, but yeah, that's why you look up things.
Maybe
I don't work for Olive Garden.
Yeah, maybe that was 20 years ago. You know.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. No, just recently I saw it. So there's
got-
your all-in bet.
They
Forget
got away
about
with the super size of McDonald's. you
forget
know,
about
they
the
got-
Olive Garden. We're all in here. All you can eat buffet.
Dom Jr. Is there a Dom Jr.?
Jamie, I only know one Dom.
Yeah.
Maybe his father.
I didn't know he was a junior.
I didn't know either. So
Yeah.
now we know.
But is Jamie a reputable source here for this information? I don't know.
Feels good, butter.
It's the thing. Raul just says, pull in what I just bet and see how much you left over.
1 gallon of 16 cups? Is that true?
Yeah.
There's 16 cups in a
Thanks,
gallon.
Sean. Thanks. Susan, sorry. Sean. Where did I saw Sean from? Susan. Susan's always been helping out the chat today. She's not going nowhere. She wants to see.
Well, hold up. That changes things then.
that
So
changes-
then the 50 makes more sense.
Okay.
50 divided by 16, still like 16, 32. It's about 3 breadsticks.
I think you can ask for 50 breadsticks in there to give it
I
to you.
feel like that's more reasonable then.
Unlimited.
Okay, and I looked it up. I was wrong. So, yeah, 16 cups in a gallon.
Right.
So, yeah, that means
He makes the
you're getting
call.
a gallon of soup with 3 breadsticks.
Look at
That's-
ace
that's
tray,
reasonable.
ace-6. Oh, boy. Could be a chop pot.
It looks very much like a chop pot.
I
Unless
mean,
a deuce,
a
or a
deuce
4
or a
comes
4,
out, or
right.
obviously a pair for their cards.
Deuce, 4, 6.
It's a chop.
Oh, it's a deuce! Oh, no! Wow.
That's going to do it for Ramsey.
And we're on a break. Bam! He went for the chop outs. Instead of it, he got the knockout. That was unexpected. And then there's a color up process. I like Susan's doing the math for us. Look at that. Very
Oh, I
intelligent.
got that math.
I was a
I just
math
didn't know
teacher.
the cups and the gallons. I said, yeah, that's just a little 16, 32, 48.
Susan,
so
you're a
just little
favorite
over
person
3.
in the chat today. Thank you very much. So this is the time where we could get cups of soup or finish a salad. We're on a break.
Finish a salad, yeah.
This is the color-up portion of the tournament. I wish we had some kind of video to show everybody, but you can watch us how they do the color-up process, or you're in front of the camera. I don't think people want to see you, so I didn't shave today either. So
They don't want to see me eat my
no,
salad?
no. Don't spit it up. What'd you get anyways? Did you get anything, avocados or just regular salad?
Normally I do. Normally I get the one with the avocado and egg
Oh.
because it was going to sit for like 2 hours before I
Oh,
I
yeah, you
started
don't wanna
eating
go
it.
wrong, right.
Yeah, I got the buffalo chicken with the dressing on the side.
Hey,
But they
all
scammed
nice. Yeah, they did?
me. Yeah, because normally, like, if you're there, you can get light, medium, or heavy dressing, right?
Uh-huh.
So they gave me one of these.
Oh.
Give me 2. They
Yeah.
charged me extra for it.
Bastards.
Terrible.
Tropicana Banana, what's up, y'all? Man, you did just jumping into the tournament now. We're 17 players. They got to 18. We got to the money, and then we grinded for 18 players for a long time now.
A long time.
This is our color up chip process that you're watching right here. The people at home can see that we're all on the up and up. Nobody gets no extra chips, though. And we're going to play this. It's a good turnout. We had 195 entries, right? Like one of the top 5 $130 buy-in tournament fields we had today. First place is $5,070, and second place is a cool $3,000 right behind it, right? And then fourth, what?
31.32 for second,
Yeah.
22.61 for third, 16.61 for fourth, 12.41 for fifth.
Whew.
Not bad numbers.
All good money.
But again, 17-handed. If you leave right now, you only get 255. So still got a little work to do to get up to those big numbers.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Tropicana. You said that it was a Good Friday. I know that Easter Sunday, and I think there's no school. There was no school today. That's what it was for Good Friday. So a lot of people had off today. That makes sense, yeah. You know, I said Good Friday earlier today. I was making a pun, and then I realized that it was Good Friday. So hopefully you're having a good Friday today. You know, every day above ground is a blessed day, if you look at it that way. Sun is shining in South Florida. It's pretty good. We have a nighttime tournament, too, that started, or is about to start.
3K
actually.
guarantee.
Yeah.
Heard Joey talking about it.
Right. And then there's a bounty chip tomorrow, right? A black bounty chip tournament. Whoa.
Oh, boy.
You caught yourself from making a mess. That was
I
smart.
saw the mess coming, but I wanted to see if I could avoid it.
Right.
Thankfully, I bailed out just in time. What's today? Today's the
18th. Yeah.
So, yeah, we got a $130 buy-in. Same buy-in as this one. A little difference on the guarantee. This one's a 10K. The night one's a 3K guarantee.
Right.
But, yes, tomorrow we got at 11:15 a $300 black chip bounty, 10K guarantee as well, plus an $1,100 seat.
For the main event, huh? It's got to be a
It
moneymaker.
just says plus $1,100 seat. But
The only $1,100 tournament
Yeah.
I can know of is the main event for the moneymaker.
Yep.
So that's great.
that would seem to add up to me. And then the night one's a $100 buy-in, 3K guarantee.
There you go again, doing math.
Yeah. And no tournaments on Sunday because it's Easter Sunday.
Tropicana Banana wants to become a dealer. Well, you know, back in the old days, you had to go to a school.
I ain't going to no school.
Back in the old days, that's what you had to do.
I mean, I feel pretty old, but
Now it's kind of ironic that you say that because some places got a little class and they teach you. If you pass some of their tests, you get to go. If Tropicana Banana, you know some dealers and they can train you, and you know how to pass an audition. That's all it really
you
takes.
just get good enough and you can pass an audition.
Right.
Ace of spades and ace. Ace of spades. Easy. Just say it out loud, Gene. So he can
The
hear you.
worst time to apply for a job, well, here at the Kennel Club anyways, is the summertime.
Say it out loud.
We try not to hire new dealers at that time. Not that we say we won't, but I'm just saying that's the hardest time to get hired.
150 and 7.
Mostly in season when we're busy and we need more dealers. That's when you should. There's a little thing that says "Come and apply," and we're like, "Yes."
235. and
Yeah,
5.
October, November.
Yeah. Usually.
I mean, we're not busy in October yet, typically, but that's a good time to,
80
you know,
and 8.
But they're
get your
hiring.
foot in the door. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
845.
Like, you know, for the holiday season, they usually start hiring for that in October, November, even though.
Steffi Mo. Sure.
Thanks for the input, Steffi.
330 and 9.
Where you get those strawberries from?
One. Gene.
Says she has fresh strawberries.
Yeah.
130 and 10.
Produce. Any produce section he gets for strawberries from Whole Foods. Organic.
Yeah, but she said extra fresh. It makes me believe that she like picked them off.
Picked
the
them off the
vine or
vine, yeah,
something.
right.
Oh, like where are they
There
growing them at?
might be in a farmer's market. Could be a farmer's market.
Gene, grab that. Yeah.
I'm just happy that we're on up and running. We had some technical difficulties earlier. The internet. Hey, look, Joey. showing his face. Hello, Joey.
My son texted and said, watch.
Good job, guys. Well done. That's awesome.
My kids are.
Georgia says her kids are watching her
Fresh
play.
Market.
The
Stop
Fresh
it.
Market, see?
Stop it. I thought you were vine picking them.
She has a little basket, and she went out there plucking them.
Hardier in the trenches, though.
There are your chip counts. Officially, we just got them all counted up and marked down here. Rowley.
Dominating.
Well, he made that little suck out, you know. He knocked out Ramsey with the deuce on the river. They got it all in on the turn for a chop, and his six played. His kicker actually played there because it's bigger than the 5 deuce. Tropicana, do you guys play any poker? Yes, actually, I played last night. 6-hour cash session that didn't really go my way, but managed to get 2 hours of sleep, and here I am today.
Wow, that sounds horrendous.
It
2
does.
hours of sleep.
It was horrible.
But he's got a 5-hour energy, though.
This is waiting. 2-5, didn't run good. Yeah, that's power to poker. You know, sometimes you're the bug, and I was definitely the bug yesterday.
2 hours of sleep. I can't remember the last time I got less than 5. 2 hours sounds horrible.
It was brutal waking up 2 hours, jumping into the shower, getting here on time. It was tough. But, you know, the show must go on, as they say.
How do you do it?
I could
barely do that in my 20s.
I did have a 20-ounce cup of coffee just a little while ago. So, thank you, Wawa. This show sponsored to you by Wawa. What time is it now? 6. All right, now for the 5-hour energy. I think this will get me through the night.
So I am up because I could even get 170 here with $300. So
2 hours of sleep and a losing session? Yeah, that's terrible.
Brutal. But there's no call-outs, though. I can never do that to Josh. Hey, Josh, I still want to go to work today. Of the 3 years of streaming, I called out once. I was really sick.
Oh, for streaming, yeah.
Yeah. If it was just a regular shift, different story. But I woke up sick, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to work. And Josh was like, all right, I'll get you covered, buddy. Georgia, our short stack here, 8 big blinds on the bottom. There are your payouts, folks. First place, $5,000. Second place, $3,100. Third place, $22,000. Even sixth place is almost $1,000.
And again, we're already in the money. We're paying all the way to 21 spots today, so
Right.
it extends beyond those top 9.
Right.
We are in the money right now. Next elimination gets 255. There's a pay jump at 15th up to 305.
That's where we're at
and a
now.
pay jump at 12th up to 370, and then you'll get to those final table.
That's where we're at now, Brent.
Oh, how'd it go from 18 to 15? Well, we just lost 3.
in the color up.
Yeah, but we didn't even lose one person at this table, did we?
I know. It must have been the out. It could have been a double
we did
knockout.
lose, last hand
Ramsey,
we lost
so
one.
we're
Yeah,
all
that was the
on
only one
17.
on the last hand.
Right.
Okay.
So,
All right.
we caught up.
We're at
We're all
18
caught
for
up
about
and
an
ready
hour.
to go.
Hopefully that's a sign of things to come.
Yeah, and I just had my 5-hour energy drink. Hopefully I don't need all 5 hours.
So, yes, we are already up to 305 for the next elimination then.
Tropicana. The stream must go on. Yes. See, Stephanie remembers when I was sick, she covered.
I don't think I've ever called out day of. There's certainly been times like a schedule's been put out and I've been like, I can't do that day.
Right.
But
No, it wasn't like I wanted to. I just didn't want to
No, yeah,
infest, my coworkers with the cold. Down with 8s here.
Considerate of you. A lot of people don't think the same way.
Yeah.
It's just like, got to make that money.
And no one wants to hear someone sniffling on the mic, though.
I'd rather be doing that than at the table. Table's the worst. If you're actually dealing
When your nose dripping? Yeah. And you're trying to wipe it?
At least here I can get a Kleenex and just whatever.
So it's
when you got to deal and touch everything? Oh, that's terrible.
Trades versus 8s, and it's a Jack-4, King-Jack, and neither player likes his board, but Dom's going to be happy now.
Everybody gets trips and ultimate.
Yeah. Full house, and, yeah. Raul says 50K is worth the look up. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I had a pair as well.
Boat over boat.
Yeah.
And that brings Rauli down to only 740,000 now. Still a third of the chips in play.
Steffi, Mo, you still haven't put the Discord in there for everybody who wants to join us.
Terrible.
How dare you? But thank you for joining the chat, saying hello to people. Nice to see Georgia. Yeah, I know Georgia's been a while since she's been on our featured final table, so it's good to see her. She's playing well. I wish that worked. Discord, does Discord work, the exclamation point for Twitch? I don't know if we programmed it in there. So your blinds, since we got back from the break, are 10K, 15K. So you got 40,000 in chips in just the antes alone. Yeah, normally in the command. We didn't program the commands today, so sorry about that. Sometimes we get the payouts. We do exclamation payouts, but we didn't do that as well. Hey, Mark with aces here.
Yeah, and 8-5
Whoa.
for
Sheesh.
Dom.
All in. Mark, easy fold.
Not
All
gonna
right.
chase that gut shot.
Right.
Giveaway.
You know, we did have a little stream meeting. I think in the future there will be some giveaways for people who do watch for hours of time. There are giveaways the month of April for tournament points. Do you know about that, right?
Giveaways?
Yeah. The player points. Did you see the board? Grab the clipboard. I'm trying to let you know.
What do you mean? Through the stream?
No, not the stream.
That's what I thought we were talking about the stream.
We were.
Yeah, of course we're giving away tickets for the Moneymaker. I know that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant through the stream. I'm like, what? No,
No.
I didn't hear that.
Not yet.
Yeah, top 60.
Right. Frederick here with eights. And he's all in. 105,000. Gets the blinds. Yeah, we're giving away a lot of seats for the tournament for the Moneymaker. Top 60 players, like you said. Top 4 get both tickets into the 300, 100K and the main event. I know, it's amazing.
I think the 6th or 5th through 10th is one of each.
Right?
So 1 385, 1 1100.
Yeah.
Double check on that, but
I think it's on another clipboard.
the other clipboard.
Yeah. There it is. Tell them what the people.
Top 3, we were wrong there.
Top
so
3.
no, it's even better than we said though.
Two
Two $1,100 seats.
Yeah,
for
2
1
main
through
event
3,
seats.
and 1 $300 seat for 1 through 3. 1 $1,100 seat, 1 $300 seat for 4 through 10. 1 $300 seat 11 through 30, and $140 satellite seat for 31st through 60th.
So Tropicana and Banana, we're doing a special month of high hand promotions. It's every 15 minutes on the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, 400 every 15 minutes, with a chance to win $15,000 at the end of the month on Saturday the 26th. And the bad beat is like 173,000 now. It's pretty good. It's getting up there. So Steve opened, and then Frederick went all in, and Steve didn't want to call with his trays as Frederick was ordering a drink in the midst of this all-in play there.
You ever dealt a bad beat?
I have. I dealt a small one.
Wait, a mini?
Uh-huh.
That doesn't.
60,000.
Oh, but a real
bad beat.
Not a mini bad beat.
No, a
just
small one.
Small,
Just a small.
real.
It-
Okay.
Yeah, it just got
I thought
hit.
you meant a mini bad beat.
No,
I'm like,
no.
buddy, I've dealt 2 of those. I'm not talking about that.
No. It was crazy. It was a straight 2 game, and the river. It went check on the river.
Here?
Yeah, here downstairs. Okay. And the girl goes, "I have a high hand, straight flush." yeah. And the guy goes, "Oh, look what I have." I don't even think he knew it. He had quad queens. And went check on the river, and I'm like, "You have a bad beat, sir." And he's like, "What?" I was like, "Oh,
you have $30,000."
Yeah, that was crazy. That's how it goes, though. When it hits, it just comes out of nowhere. You know, when you're not looking for it. Yeah, if you're dealt on the table, you have to be dealt in the hand. You get a portion. 25% goes to the remaining players dealt in the bad beat. So it's 50, 25, 25, the way we deal our bad beats payouts. Queen, Jack, Trey, 2 hearts on the flop here. Dom with a nut flush draw. Alton with top pair leads out 30,000.
Those yellow chips now, I like it.
Yeah, the 25K chips. Frederick calls here. Open-ended. Dom makes the flat call. Oh, boy. 9 of hearts would be the money card. Georgia looks at the board and makes the fold. So we're 3 ways to the turn card. Jack's a good card.
Nothing on the hearts.
Nope. So Alton pumps the brakes there because he bet out and got 2 callers, so he's not confident with this Queen 4 kicker. But Frederick is going to try to take this opportunity to steal the pot right here and now.
Small bet, though. Just 30,000.
Yeah.
180.
Gets down to snap call.
No, 165,000.
And now Alton's hand shriveled up there with all that action. He's like, man, I'm in no man's land? Does someone have a jack? Am I drawing dead?
Like you're almost just drawn to a queen here to
right.
Maybe chop if you're kind of feeling.
Here's a river, not hearts. Oh, it's a queen. He would have got there. Oh, he just said it.
I mean, he was ahead the whole way as it turns out. But I mean, how you're feeling if you're him. You're not feeling pretty good with the queen 4 there. That's the one card you would love to see.
Check, check, and Dom's going to win with ace high. What? And now look at Alton's like kicking himself in the butt right here. What are these guys doing? King high, ace high. That's the problem with being out of position. You're just like in no man's land. What a river. Oh, goodness. That's the skill I want to work on.
It's a tough spot to be in,
Oh,
as I
it's a
say. I
horrible
mean,
spot.
you're really feeling like you need a queen. I mean, you got, as you said, you get called both times with this 30,000 bet. I mean, what are you supposed to bet again? No, I'm probably checking there. I mean, the bet was small, but still, that he bets a call behind, and you got queen 4 here, queen, jack, jack. What was the other card? 6. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I'm not thinking I'm ahead there. And I'm drawing to pretty much nothing, too. The jack's already paired. I can't hit a 4. It's like the queen's the only thing I feel good about.
That's the problem with logic in the poker world. Your brain has 2 voices. You know, but Dom was he got lucked out. He was on a flush draw and he won with ace high. And a huge spot too. But as they say, on to the next one, and here we are.
And Alton's got 10s on this next one.
Yeah, he could look like he was a little tilty if you raised it. Raised it to 40K. Looks like a tiltish raise, you know.
Well, Mark was the one who raised it. He called.
Oh, okay, thank you. See, that's what I have you here for. Keep me honest.
And Frederick will also call from the big blind with a king deuce of hearts. So 3 players to the flop.
Trey, ace Trey. Oh, checked around.
Check around. All of a sudden, those 10s not looking so bad, especially with another undercard.
Yeah,
Those
now he's got to
10s.
feel good about it when he got checked around. You know an ace would have bet there. That's what Mark should have done. That's why they call it continuation bet.
Yeah, but Mark's got a flush draw now, so he's going to make the call. And a king, not a card Alton likes to see here either, and he'll check.
Things are not going his way. And Mark, look at this. Mark, look. The zip and pit, they say.
How much is this bet? The pot's 210. It's only 40K.
I like how you said it's only 40K.
Well, it's a small bet into the pot. I mean, and he's got 65 behind. It's kind of a suspicious bet. Now, is it begging for a call, or is it?
That's a good thing about that size bet because it looks like he wants a call.
It's one of 2 things. Yeah, you either really want to call or you don't want to be out on this hand, so you're trying to take the pot with still saving yourself some chips behind.
I tell you what, if you ever want to send the player on tilt, is this if he
Show,
folds here and
folds,
then you
yeah.
show that you have queen high. Oh, he folds! No, don't
Show
show! Oh, you would have sent him on tilt
You
city.
got to show.
Oh, Jesus. If Mark watches this video, that's so cruel. Drop can of band and say he was folding. Of course he was folding. It's like, that's the worst card ever.
And he just exclaimed how he folded the queen there. I mean, you got to show there. This guy always is shaking his head when people show, and he's even saying you got to show here. So disappointing there. Yeah, send him to Tiltsville.
There's a little place in hell, and it's called Tilt Village. That's where you go. Oh, man, that's not fair. Poker's just not fair. I feel for you, man. I feel for you. Sometimes this game, you zig when you're supposed to zag.
Yeah, did he really do anything wrong either hand?
No, just the way the cards
like.
Yeah,
just small bets. He bet 30K into whatever it was, 180.
Right.
He could have bet more, and then you probably get the queen jack to fold.
Right.
But that's the only thing that I can nitpick about it. I mean, otherwise, king comes. I mean, I don't mind the check there.
Right. Feels like when the cards are against you, that's how that goes. You're like, golly. So, I mean, Alton still has 200K. He still has 200K in chips, so he's not out of the woods.
Georgia became very short stacked here, down to just 35.
Yeah, the blinds ate her up.
Yeah, she was at 80 for a while, so yeah.
Right.
I saw 40 myself.
Dom making comments, and their player's still in the hand. That helps Steve fold. The dealer was actually folding his chips in there, and Raul is like, well, no, he's sick of cards. I think Raul, he calls. He's got a stack size and decent can, so if Frederick doesn't call, I think Raul calls, so that's a given. Oh, Frederick called as well. There's a side pot. Okay.
Frederick raised.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Frederick raised, Raul called, and Georgia went all in for less.
Oh, that makes sense. See, that's why I have you here, man.
Yeah, I got you.
You're paying attention.
I finished my salad. All my attention's focused on this now.
There we go. So it's ace-4 versus ace-10 on a queen 8-5 board. 7, 6 now for a good 6 or a 4, and a 4 for the win. Georgia. She's still in the hand. She's still in the tournament.
Where's my heart go? My God, thank you. And it was like a mosquito bite for you, sir, but thank you very much.
Yeah, Rowley can afford it. That's for sure. Still by far the chip leader here.
I think he got 10K on the side pot, so he didn't lose
did.
much.
It's so scary.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know if that's much of a rebate considering the blinds are 10-15, but hey.
I know. I'm just saying there's something. Like, she triples up.
I like the optimistic outlook.
Yeah,
you know?
he got
10K back.
Yeah,
Didn't lose
rebate.
much.
Yeah.
My optimistic outlook is I still got 700K in the second place. I was 435.
That's,
so I'm still all right.
That is definitely the silver lining.
Looking at him, he seems like he didn't enjoy that beat there on the river. He seems a little upset by it.
It's not a bounty tournament. It's no big deal. But it does keep us at 15 players. All in. Like those words.
No callers here. Frederick in the big blind with a 6-5. Well, he only has 40,000 actually, but yeah, it's hard to make that call, even though you got 30,000 in the middle.
Right. Have you heard this song by Stevie Wonder?
I have. You can't get us copywritten or something.
No. Yeah, 15 seconds. I want to see her on the final table. That's I'm rooting for the girl. Stevie is gonna look us up and sue us. Oh Lord. No, they're not taking Raul. Oh man, that's a sigh of relief for everybody on the table right now. Danny, all in here, ace queen.
With these blinds getting up, all in's gonna be what you're hearing a lot here.
That's a true statement, especially if you're of less than 100K. And Frederick dropped down to 30K in chips.
90K.
Short stack. Mark with 275 though can knock out a player with his ace-10. Makes the call.
Show me, guys.
A little bit behind.
10, queen.
This is when you see if luck is on your side or not. Who do you take, the ace-queen?
I mean, I would, but
Me too. 8-5-8. King is safe. It could be a chop out here.
King,
Chop, chop,
5
chop,
or
chop.
10.
A queen seals the deal.
Queen solidifies
Yeah,
the best hand.
Danny gets a double up. Much needed time. 220 now is stack size. Gets the 15 big blinds. Look at Frederick holding on here with 2 big blinds. 30K.
You've been fact-checked again. This time not by me, though.
What's it say? What's it say? That was Charles?
I'm not sure. That's before my time.
YouTube said it was Stevie Wonder, so.
I'm going to go to Spotify.
Yes, please.
When you see the hands, though, it's always easy.
It's 10
King
big
is only
blinds.
That was Ray Charles.
Ray
yeah.
Charles, see, people know. And that's why I'd say stuff like that to keep the chat in line.
YouTube lying to you.
No, it says Ray Charles. I don't know why I thought it was Stevie Wonder. Sorry, folks, but thank you. Love that song though. It just gives me, puts me in the mood. Like, I wish I could play more of it, but like my co-host said, we don't have the royalties. So look at that though, 13 players. Finally, might get to a final table.
Not doing anything on this table. Just had that one knockout before the break. Otherwise, the other table's been doing all the heavy
the work,
lifting
the heavier.
here.
It's right.
Okay, when I look at it now, it looks normal.
Right. Before the all caps maybe.
Yeah.
It's how funny how the mind plays tricks on you.
I also blame you, though. I mean, you
would
were
say
saying
Georgia.
Georgia first, and you got it in my mind. I'm like, yeah, Georgia. Like, why is there an I in there?
So you want to hear something funny? Have you heard of the herd collection?
The what?
The herd, the collection of herd. So we're human beings.
Herd
mentality.
Yeah.
So if we're in like a room and there's a fire and you're supposed to panic, but everyone stays calm, you'll stay calm as well.
I don't know. If I see a fire, I'm probably going to get the hell out of there.
You would think. But they've done studies and tests, and
Yeah.
you look around and you're like, well, they're not panicking, so I'm not going to panic. Then the reverse is if something small happens and the room starts panicking, you're like, oh, my God!
Yeah.
There's your all-in bet. That's an all-in degree moment. And Georgia folds her 9-7. 9-7. They're
As a
suited.
sensible person, I mean, it's easy to say from here again.
Yeah.
But as a sensible person, I relate to that second one a lot more. I feel like if there's a fire and everyone's calm, I'm still getting the hell out of there. But if I don't know why everyone's panicking, oh, yeah, I'm going to be like, oh, what's going on? I got to get
Right.
They're all moving. I got to go, too.
Yeah. Like if you're walking down the sidewalk.
But the other
and
way,
it's-
if I see something happening and everyone else is calm, no, I'm probably going to get the hell out of there.
Yeah. No, logically speaking.
Maybe, though. Who knows?
No, logically speaking, of course, you have a flight or fight defense mechanism in your head, and of course, if you see something, your body's automatically going to react to it. But however, in a situation where somebody's doing something, it's more true if you believe it's true.
I see an all-in coming.
Yeah, with threes.
He's got 30,000. What's he supposed to do? Not a great hand, I agree. Any hand's either flipping at best or flipping at worst.
Mark on the dealer button with 10-8 says, how much is that? A flick and a chip. Bink. Which gives everyone else pot odds to call. So now threes have to go
if
four.
you got 30,000, a double up's not going to do much for you, you know?
Right.
I mean, it's gonna make you, maybe if you get some blinds, you'll get up to 100K. But that's kind of what you want. You got
You
four.
do and you don't. The problem with having a short stack is that you can't defend and then all of a sudden someone
Well,
beats
now
you.
he's almost got to hit a 3, obviously.
Right.
I mean, the odds of all these people missing everything.
Right. 10-8, jack.
Yeah. Yeah, 10-8, jack 8. This could get bigger, actually.
Two pair.
Two players flopping 2 pair here.
Oh,
and then
like you said
all
that.
in from Mark with the 10-8.
He's trying to isolate.
Georgia with the jack 8. I mean, there's straights out there. You got player behind, but George has only got. Yeah, there's no way Georgia folds this. She's short stacked as well.
Don't say no way.
There's no way.
Don't say no way.
There's no way.
Okay.
Not with that stack. If she had more,
I've seen
maybe
crazier things happen.
It'd be a very tight fold, but maybe. But not with that stack. And the threes aren't dead, you know. I mean, both outs are live. We're showing. So
it does say he has 11% chance of winning this pot,
Yep.
but there's a side pot bigger than the main pot, so which is crazy. Even if Mark loses a hand, he's not out of the tournament, so no big deal.
or a 9 could
A
come on the board
for the
Just-
chop 3 ways. Oh, okay. So Frederick is going to be eliminated.
Georgia's going to get a double up,
Georgia-
and then a little more, too.
Yeah, double up plus the main pot, which is
Yeah.
kind of like a triple up, I think.
You're asking, you shall receive. Right.
And that's bringing us down to 12. So all of a sudden we're moving at a little bit of a pace here. I mean, blinds are up there, obviously. So
30 times 4 is 120 in the main pot. 85. She got a double up plus. She's almost a triple up there.
oh yeah. So what she have? 85. I mean, we'll see what
On the
she's
side.
got here. 240. Yeah, she probably got at least 240. I would think. We'll see. Yeah.
Almost 300.
Yeah.
Almost 300.
Yeah.
My math is correct. 86, 160, 260, 300. Yeah, almost 300,000. We'll find out in a second. We'll let the math be mathing. But we finally knocked out a player from our
And
table.
look at this. We got more hands here to start us off on hand 78. Steve under the gun with 9s. Right behind him, Dom's got an ace queen of clubs.
Yeah, Steve had 9s a couple times. He raised to 50. Dom just flat
Mark
calls.
with a king queen of spades. He's going to go all in over the top.
Yeah, after that last hand.
Not going to be in what are blinds? 10, 15?
Yeah, 10, 15, 15.
That is enough for a raise then. That's the
It
perfect
opens
amount
it.
to open
Yeah,
it.
open
Yeah,
it. It
35.
opens.
Let's see what Steve chooses to do here. I think he's doing the math right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you got about this. Yeah, you got about the same amount. He just asked the question. Do
Can
you
I
want
raise?
to though? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
is
a good
Dom
question.
Gonna get off this?
Yeah. And Dom's sitting there quietly, giving him the finger.
I mean, if you're Dom though, and he does come over the top here.
So if Steve just flat calls, do you think Dom goes all in?
I don't know. This is a tricky spot. But if I'm more thinking if Steve comes over the top, what does Dom do? I mean, can he get off this? We had a discussion about ace queen earlier. This one's suited.
Right. Right. But now that Steve has taken so long of this time to make a decision,
All in.
he's all in. Wow. That's going to make Dom fold. He's going to show him the 9s too. Oh, I mean the
Ace queen.
ace
yeah.
queen, yeah. Yeah. So Steve shows his logic there. I don't want to go against one person. I'd rather go heads up. And that's fine, but it's risky as well though. Cuz
That's great for Mark. He was pretty much dead with Dom in the hand, and now
Right.
he's got
right. So
He's got a king
Steve
and a queen
Steve
left.
might have technically saved Mark from
100%.
elimination.
He's-
So
Mark's got to be thanking him right now.
open-ended. So a set's no good for Steve, but he's in the lead. Deuce is good on the
Now
turn.
spades as well. This is too many outs. It's gonna be like a deuce of. Yeah,
Oh, it's a
exactly.
six.
It's always like whenever you have that many outs, it never hits. I
Too many
swear.
outs.
You want to go heads up.
Open-ended, 2 overs, flush draw, brick every time.
Fold it. Ace queen don't mean nothing. Ace king.
Ace from space. Almost.
Play good. I know how you play.
Do you think I do? I think I do.
It's funny how Dom's saying that was the right play to make. However,
I didn't raise, but it's you know what I mean.
yeah, however,
If I raised, then
if
you know what I mean. But I still
the king or queen would have came out there, Dom would have said, why'd you raise, man? We could have knocked out a player. But it is as it is. Don't be results-oriented. Steve made the right play. He didn't want to go against 2 players with his 9s. He knows how vulnerable the hand
Yep.
could be. So, kudos. Steve made the right play.
Yeah.
Well, he had all the blockers too. But oh, that's right. Yeah, you had 2 blockers. The queen, yeah.
I love how they talk strategy in between hands. So great. Now, this table's short-handed. They should bring us a player from the other table.
What do we have? We got 5. It should be 5 and 6. I think we're good. We're
Oh, I
down to
think you're
11.
right. Okay. Danny with now queens. Waited patiently.
And Steve with an ace in the big blind, and as we just mentioned, we're 5-handed, so an ace 7's pretty strong 5-handed.
Yeah, but not strong enough to call off 180,
especially,
though.
if he shoves, yeah, but I don't think he's shoving here. He's got enough to make a raise here.
Raise 40K.
Yeah, I think you're calling 40K. Oh, wow.
Ooh, wow was right. Queens.
That's what I said. I mean, I don't hate the play either. I mean, we're 5-handed blind versus blind. You see ace 7. It's a pretty big hand, 5-handed.
Queen. It's
cooked
a set.
now. I mean, there are runner-runner possibilities here.
An ace.
That's not one of them.
That
That's
doesn't
a
change
check
anything.
mark. Yeah, you needed a straight or a flush call.
Oh, quads, high hand.
High hand.
Dom.
And Danny up to almost 400K in chips now.
Nice double for Danny. Played that super well. Steve thought it was a small blind versus big blind scenario with the small blinds raising.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, was the all-in necessary? Probably not, but it's hard. Obviously wasn't thinking his opponent had queens there.
Yeah, very hard to put your opponent on a big pair like that. And even still, if it wasn't queens, he might have folded. Danny showed some tightness earlier, but that's how it works out. Now Danny's a chip leader with 395K.
Oh yeah, we lost. We lost our real chip. Yeah. I was like, how is that the chip lead?
Yeah,
Rauli is
700K on another table.
Well, that's what he brought over there. Who knows what they did to him? Maybe he built it up over a milli by now.
It's possible.
On the bubble, he makes a raise, and I go all in with jacks. And he looks at me and he has a million chips, and I am dying to say, please don't call me, please.
This is earlier in the tournament. He folded ace king. Yeah.
Suited. And I was so happy because it kept me in. Yes, right. Yeah, right. Yes, I know.
Steve just took a little hit there, and now he's looking down at ace queen of clubs. This raises.
Yeah, Dom's got 7 deuce. It don't matter what he raised to.
Going to be the end of it.
Yep. Good timing to raise against someone who has 7 deuce.
What do you mean? They're going to come here sooner or later.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Too many outs. You see it all the time. You can't have more outs than that, I feel like.
I know, it's so strange, though, Texas Sub. You would think that the more outs you have, the better your chances are of winning. But
and that's actually true. But it just doesn't turn out that, yeah.
On paper, but not in poker, not in the poker world. It's like the less outs you have, the better your chances are. It's crazy how that works out. Why is it like that? And the whole thing about flop lag, that's another scenario. You have, like, pair of 9s.
Unless you say it, as I've said all along, unless you say it.
Right.
Like, you know how many times
they
the player
would
will
say,
be like, here comes the 8, this flop, then it's not going to come.
Right.
I've never seen it come when someone says that. I literally don't think I have ever seen it come when someone's like, next, here, watch, ace is coming here. But if you don't say it, it's like every time.
That's crazy.
It's like 2 aces will come. My aces got cracked this time, or whatever the situation is.
It is a strange scenario.
I swear to God, though, I cannot recall one time
That's
where a
happened,
player
where
has said,
pointed out,
"Watch, the 8's going to come here." If they had pocket 8s and
Right,
lost, you know,
yeah.
and it comes. It never comes if they say it. Never seen it.
All right, so we're looking at the tournament clock. It should be 11 players left in the tournament, and then when we get down to 9, we'll get down to a final table.
Oh my God, yes, and I have a week's.
Well, that's the beauty, kind of this feature table here, or the stream that you're watching, is that it actually does factor in the cards that are folded. So on our statistics here,
Yes.
obviously the players can't do that, but
Steve with kings. Susan, let's root for quads. Let's go.
quads. We just saw quads.
Yeah, well, I know, but Danny's raising right now to 50K. Steve, who took a hit from him, trying to get all his chips back in one hand. He's thinking about the math. How much should I raise to? Puts his hand on his chin like he has a hard decision to make here. And the good news is, from Danny, who had queens when he raised with ace, was it ace 5? Ace 6? Might think he's steaming here. Nah, I think Danny gets away from the hand.
Yeah, but again, it's like 8s. It's like, okay, if you're getting 3-bet here, you're again, as I say, flipping at best. He's not doing this with 7s or 6s.
No, but he could be
either
doing it
two
with ace
overs
queen,
or it's
ace
a better-
king, right?
Yeah, but that's best case scenario.
Alden, speaking of ace queen, Alden has ace queen here.
And he's only got 145.
Right, he might get it all in here.
But see, this is a spot where I would fold ace queen because you have a bet and a big 3-bet. Now ace queen shrivels up. In that other situation where you just have a short stack on the dealer on the button and nothing, I don't get it. Here, I understand a fold. I also kind of see a call because 145 is pretty short actually with the blinds. What do you think here? What's your play here?
What you just said makes a lot of sense. You're facing a raise and a re-raise. Ace queen shrivels up. It's not even a good hand. It's one hand to jam with. It's another hand to call off your stack with. And I don't like the odds. So I personally get away from the hand.
Yeah, I fold as well.
But then again, like you said, the blinds are getting up there, and sooner or later you have to get it in with. So this might be a hand to race with. So.
Yeah, because that's what in the other hand, you had the chip leader back, but he hadn't acted yet. He's got a folding hand there 9 out of 10 times.
Right.
So he's kind of I don't really factor him in. Here you have to factor both in. You got to under
right,
the
he
gun
folds.
raise.
He does the right decision.
Not only was it a raise, it's an under the gun raise,
yeah,
which is
so
even
Danny.
stronger, and a 3-bet right behind the under the gun raise.
So Susan says no aces. She got one of the aces to fold, so that's good news. Like I said, Danny might be thinking Steve's on tilt here because he took the beat from last hand.
I think Danny folds.
He just got those chips,
He's
right?
gotten chips, but as you said, he's played pretty tight image for the most part.
Yeah, and eights,
I just
eights are no good, so he folds.
You're getting 3-bet there from the next position. It's like it feels like a flip at best. It feels like ace.
Don't
queen.
show him! Don't show him! Oh, he shows him. Now you know that his radar's on. Yeah, he folded. Yeah, folds. Good fold. Danny knows when to get out of line sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like those are both pretty standard folds, but yeah.
Yeah. It's always nice when you have a stack like, Dom's there at 300K, hoping someone else, gets involved in a big hand, gets to the final table. Your blinds now are 10K, 20K, 20K. So our hand 83 of the stream. Thanks everybody for joining us, chatting in the chat today. Making sure I'm in line. I said Stevie Wonder, it's Ray Charles.
The guy's working on 2 hours of sleep. We got to cut him some slack today.
That's what I'm saying. I said 50 breadsticks. It was 20 breadsticks. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's all right. I did 2 laps around the airport today too, so I'm
At least
not on point either.
Thank God this is not the Miami International.
Yeah.
That's a much
You would have been doing it 45 minutes by yourself.
There are your chip counts, folks. Steve, the chip leader on this table, 465. Dom right behind him, 355. Danny, who had a short stack earlier, now with a nice 345K. And Alton is our short stack with 6.8 big blinds. I like how they get to the 0.8. Instead of 7 big blinds, 6.8.
Accurate.
Very.
Two eliminations away here from being at our final table. We got Dom under the gun with an ace-jack. Very strong 5-handed, obviously.
I think they were talking about Frederick with his threes. He had no choice to put it in the threes, the 30K.
I'm doing that there. I mean, you don't feel good about it, but you only got 30K. I mean,
Yeah, what are you waiting for? It's a pair. Go for it. You could get lucky. You could have got lucky, One card.
The only problem with that is you kind of know you're going to be facing multiple people, and you kind of know you got to hit that 2-outer otherwise.
But, I mean, if you look at the wide perspective, that whole thing I was trying to say, like, sometimes the tournaments, like, when you have king, queen, and you make those, you got to make those moves because otherwise that you get to a point in the tournament where you're short stack and you can't defend yourself. You're getting 4 callers, and if you don't hit a 3, you're pretty much out of the tournament. Yeah, see, Steve's like, I got 400K in chips and I'm only 20 big blinds. It's crazy because the blinds do go up, and you're right.
Just going up even more. Yeah, this isn't.
So I think Tom said that one player got eliminated. We're probably down to 10 players. One more, get to the final.
I'm here with an ace-10 this time.
Yeah.
Gets a walk.
Oh. And he shows the table. Why'd you guys fold on me?
I'll give it a walk every time.
I guess it's not over yet, Johnny.
No, 3 in a row. Can we do the turkey?
No turkeys in poker.
No turkeys.
The good news is if you know our website, pbkennelclub.com, has a tournament clock. So if you want to know up to date what the chip counts are, how many players were entered, how many players are left, you can always click on that, the poker icon inside the website. Also, the website's really informative. It tells you we have dinner and a show, tells us what's schedule coming up, tells us what the moneymaker. So if you ever want to find out some information of our entertainment complex here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club, go to the website, pbkennelclub.com. Bad B Hold'em is $173,000, creeping up to $200K.
I guess I could deal it now.
I'm going to wait for $200K. That's what I'm
I always, yeah, it's funny when the things are like $70K and they're like, deal, Bad B. I'm like, I really don't want to. It's like, I've been here 12 years. Like, seriously, I will say that. Like, I've been here 12 years. If I deal my first bad beat and it's like under 100K, I don't. They're like, oh, something's better than nothing, you know. You can't be greedy. I'm like, no, you know, I've waited this long. Let me at least get over 150.
Yeah. I was just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Shows 10. We're one away from.
A little glimpse into the future.
Yeah. I like looking into the future. I can see myself as a millionaire. I can put that on my vision board. Lo and behold, you didn't know you're sitting next to a millionaire all this time.
We ate all the turkey. It was crazy today. I don't know. It's been like that. I bet 18 minutes left. It was 150.
wow.
You went to 40 people.
Another walk.
What do you do with that? You cheat her out of the
Walkies. I like walking from the big blind when everyone folds.
Told you to take off. Now you take it off. Oh, I think he was so happy.
It was funny, though. Before Dom got to this table, the table was very quiet and very serious.
Yeah.
Dom lined it up. Look at that smile. It's always a pleasure. I like players like that. Bring fun back to the game. Hand number 88.
I think mouth, I miss my mouth sometimes. All over, like eating pasta or something, all over.
Alton limps in. Small blind versus big blind. Daniel with queen jack. Suited. Do you raise here? We just see the flop.
It's on the cards today.
He's going all in.
I would raise.
Yeah, it's a good size raise too. So now Alton's faced with the decision. That's what people understand about the pressure, the game of this game of tournament. You got to put pressure on the people, make them make mistakes. Not saying that 10-9, if he calls, he was in live, but most of the time you're way behind, and that's a good play on Daniel's part there to pick up some extra chips. Steve's saying even if you make the final 9, is there really not that much of a pay jump?
Yeah, I mean, ninth place today is going to pay $456. So yeah, it's a far cry from $5,070.
Big 10K, 10x difference, right?
Yeah.
If you get 500 and they do a chop, that's the worst. You know who I haven't heard a little laughter in a long time? Is our boy Gino.
Saying he might be gone.
You know, you would hear him or his laugh if he was still alive. So that's my read. Steve with sevens. Georgia with king, jack, 50K. So 130K in the pot right now. And the flop is Trey, queen, 9. Check from Steve. Check back from Georgia.
Good shot for Georgia.
King.
Top pair will work.
Yeah. And now she's picking the time to bet. 100K, she says. Snap fold from Steve. His sevens were no good. So good play. Georgia sitting right in the middle there, 345.
Yeah, everybody very grouped besides Alton.
Yeah.
Clearly the short stack. Everybody else.
Alton would have had 2 wins, 2 hands that he folded. The queen was one of them, and then the tens, the second one.
But who was it? It was Mark, I think his name was. Who
Right.
didn't show the.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Queen 9, yes.
Or queen 9.
Queen 9.
Yeah, that's the whole thing I learned. Like, I think it was Sklensky who said that the real game of poker is if you can play your hand differently, if you make the opponent play their hand differently, if they can see the whole cards, then you're winning. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I've heard
Yeah.
it before.
Very
yeah.
surreal, yeah.
That is Georgia.
50K.
Nestle, yes, you're seeing things. Oak, what's up, Blue Frog? I guess it's her first tournament back. I don't know where she went, but it's good to see her playing, having fun. She got a triple up. It was actually a double up plus the main pot. What'd she have?
That's a great question. I remember the.
It was 3s.
Oh, it was the 2 pair, right? It was
Yeah.
the Jack 8, 10 8. Yeah.
That's
Jack
what,
8, 10 8,
that's what it
3.
was.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
there's your memory. Yeah. Mark went all in with 2 pair, thinking he was isolating. Little did he know, did a higher 2 pair, and she made the call. So
Let's say
He hasn't dealt yet. Doesn't matter where it's verbal call. He's just calling us a number. 125. Count his chips.
that was so much fun. I kind of want to play a tournament with her. Oh, he's all in. You guys talked him into
There's
doing
that
it.
all in. It's pretty easy when you get a pair.
Yeah. I think before the hand was dealt, he was jokingly saying he was going to go all in. And then he actually looked at his whole cards, woke up with 6s. And good timing because
gonna work.
nobody had anything. So,
It's 50K, right? 10, 20, 20?
Maybe not. You think I'm
yeah.
with 8-3 over here? He said 125 too, and he put it in.
That's called inducing action when you tell a player he should go all in. And then they're like, all right, you know what? Let's go for it.
you gotta let that go.
So he's still talking about the queen he folded. You see?
Talking about that for a month.
I'm gonna be saying that to Georgia in a month.
What about that queen?
Careful.
Jack,
Why did
Jack.
I
That was
fold
the
that
one.
queen?
Jack, queen. The one that got away.
It wasn't even Georgia. It was in the hand that time. Oh, how nice. Poker gods are smiling on Danny right now.
That's the only hand I could beat too, but you have
5-handed. They're all talking about another hand. He's looking at the blinds.
55K.
Raises to 55. Unfortunately. Oh, I do hear Gino's voice. So guess what?
Wow.
He's still alive.
Okay.
The Gino laughter.
Dude, what size shoe is that?
All looking at Daniel's size shoe. He's like, how big are your feet, bro? So a funny story is,
Size 15? Damn.
I have a size 15.
Really?
When I was in high school, I had a size 13.
Yeah, I'm size 13. I thought that's pretty big.
Yeah, and it was hard to find shoes. You know, this was before online. This was
For 13?
yeah.
Okay.
Now you can find 13s.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
everywhere.
really have much problems.
But when I was looking for
14,
13s,
15s I feel like would be hard.
Yeah.
I feel like 13 is like literally the highest common number.
yeah,
Like if you go higher than 13, it's tough.
Well, the issue would probably would have called, right?
6.
Like you go to like most shoe stores, like even like a Marshalls or something, like all their racks, they'll have a 13, but they have nothing. Everything else like 14 plus, and it's not much.
right.
Unless your money
I was just telling you, like when I was a kid, though, because I am 50. Back in the days, 13s were hard to find,
Yeah.
and then when I went to a 14, those were impossible. But now, like New Balance and all those other stores, and you could go online on Amazon. Everywhere's 15. You can get 15s everywhere. So.
And it's supply demand. You probably don't have much competition, but they also don't make many of those. So.
No, I understand that, but it was probably my foot didn't get longer. It's just the arch got longer. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So But like I said, like you can now find 13, 14s in stores everywhere. It's just ironic when at the time searching for shoes are such a hard time to find. So here we go. Danny with 5-4 in the small blind. Flat calls, hoping to see a flop. Steve's got to let him. He's got Queen 8 offsuit. We're one away from the final table, folks. Thank you for joining us today on Friday. This is the 130 buy-in, 10K guarantee. We crushed it. Almost double the guarantee today. King 7-9 tray, 3 diamonds on
we
board.
Heard final table, so this will be the last.
Danny's got a flush,
and
Steve is betting
flush.
into him.
Well, he's got the draw for the higher flush.
Correct. So it's a bet and a call. And we're going to see the river. It's a 9.
Give Danny the check mark.
Yeah. But
And
Steve's going
to
keep his foot on the pedal. Represent. Did Danny snap call?
Yeah.
Yeah, so shows him. No flush. Yeah. Danny now.
He's going to put a dent in Steve there.
Yeah.
Danny.
What a good come
Gonna be the chip leader from this table. Obviously, we know Rauli was sent over there with a big stack. We'll see what they're bringing over.
If he's still alive, you never know.
I'm gonna say he's still alive. Will he still be the chip leader? That I wouldn't be as confident of, but I'm still gonna say he'll come over the chip leader. We'll see. Although we heard Nestle very big laugh there at the end, so maybe he got a big pot. Maybe he
right. All right, switching seats here.
I do gotta get water and go to the bathroom, but I think you've been going nonstop. You want to go first? Or?
Go ahead, bro. I got this.
All right.
Yeah.
This guy's a machine.
2 hours of sleep, man. I'm going.
Watch what happens now, Danny. You know what happened? Nothing. Where you going? Nothing's going to happen. Your day is your day.
So we finally made the final table. If you're just joining us now, the title says $130 buy-in, 10K guaranteed, no limit hold'em tournament. We do this every Friday. Today, because of Easter, probably a bigger turnout than normal. I would say top 5 of the most players we've had on a daily tournament in a while. 195 entries, almost 20,000 in the prize pool. First place, $5,070, and second place, $3,100. I mean, obviously, the pays are pretty good for a $130 buy-in, 130. So third place is 2,261. Fourth place is 1,661. Fifth place, still $1,200. That's pretty good. And even sixth place, almost a cool $1,000 with $943. So getting situated here with the final 9. It's kind of interesting how 9th seed and 10th seed on the table. This is actually a 10-handed table, so 10th will be the last position, which is Alfredo joining us on the table. And my boy Brent is correct. Rauli is coming back, and Gino is our chip leader here. 840K in chips. Rauli 785. Really didn't change much since he left our feature table a little while ago. Danny with 580, who won that last pot, which is a really big pot. And Steve now with 8 big blind all the way on the bottom. Him and Alton hanging on in the red zone. Less than 10 big blinds. So there's your final 9 and chip counts. It was funny because there was a lot of times you can tell Gino's in a tournament with his laughter and his talk, and he was quiet for a while. So I didn't know if he got knocked out or not. And then there he is sitting in the middle of the table. Really tough tournament player when he's on a roll. The boy can play some poker. So it's a good one to watch.
All right, everyone, when you get dealt your cards, cards, please put them in the box 2 to 3 seconds. Did you miss us, George?
Dealer button is in seat 2. The red chips are 5K. The yellow chips are 25K.
Congrats on making final table. If you want to discuss any deals or chops, just please do so in between hands. Remember that you're on live stream, so have fun, be yourselves.
Joey giving you the final countdown. If you guys want to make a deal, it's in between hands. If you're watching the live stream, it's PBKC Poker, both YouTube and Twitch. If this is your first time joining us on YouTube, click the like and subscribe button. There's always a share button if you want to share with your friends. We do this 4 days a week.
You'll get around.
We stream live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're doing 2 PLO tournaments, 2 No Limit Hold'em tournaments. Usually the Saturday tournament is a bounty tournament. So now we have Dom and Gino on the table, 2 very talkative players. So it's always fun to watch. I like some players are very quiet. I'm a quiet player myself. I don't really talk too much trash. There was a time when I used to talk trash. Now I let the cards do all the work. Gino under the gun with 8-4 folds. Georgia 7 deuce. Not a hand she wants to play. Hey, congratulations, Georgia. You made it to the final table. I mean, that was a goal of yours, and you made it. Alton here, the short stack, 125K, all in with ace deuce.
We all know that.
Except the guy that needed.
Both Fredo and Bob have hands behind them.
Yeah.
And Fredo might try to isolate, thinking that he has Alton covered. And he goes all in. And Bob.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
This.
I know.
Rauli with kings.
I know. We just got to the final now. We might have a triple elimination here.
Rauli was 785 still. Was he the chip leader?
No.
Oh,
Gino is.
wow.
But it's real close, though. And Bob's like, this is my first hand. What do I do? It'd be crazy if Bob folds here, not knowing he got out of the disaster with Rauli right behind him. Because as you can see, there's no more aces in the deck. I mean, people could say there's one more, but I don't say there's any aces left. Bob goes, how much is that all-in bet from Alfredo? Because so far, the bigger of the 2 stacks. 290K. Alton's all in for 125. Bob has 410, but Rauli has them all covered with 785,000. No limit, my friend.
510's rare.
Yeah. You know, we used to have a stream, the 510 game.
Did we?
Yeah, and then they stopped having the players show up, and then we stopped showing
I thought it
us.
was a 1-2.
Then we went to the 1-2 after that, though.
I
We had,
don't know about the 510.
yeah, we had a 510 game. And then the players said they didn't want to be seen on TV, so we kind of stopped it.
Bob in the tank a while here.
Yeah. Oh, take a breath mint. Yeah, Rauli's like, sure, I'm going to make this call. I definitely want a breath mint. Bob said it's a hard decision, but little does he know if he folds, though. It's going to be like probably one of the greatest folds ever. He's got 3 players behind him.
What do you mean? You've been doing this for 25 years. Stop it.
A lot of table talk, though. You know, there's too much, in my opinion, with 2 players already all in. You could influence action by saying something like, you've been playing this for 20 years, you should know what to do. Oh, he makes the call. All in. Rauli drops the hammer.
All in.
Ouch. The good news for Bob is he only called a 290. The bad news is he only has 120.
Yeah, you're not, you can't fold. But yeah, Bob already was agonizing over that decision. Then a snap all in over the top right. Ooh. And now he shows. Wow.
I know, Rauli, the little rookie
And
move.
now,
Like,
can you fold if you're Bob here?
Yeah. Did you see my cards?
That's got to be a penalty. I'm a loose guy, but I mean, with all these people all in, that's definitely influencing things.
Well, I mean, Raleigh's probably thought they're all in. He's gonna make the call. Yeah, he's got to make the call. 120K more.
Yeah. Why snitching? It's going to be very hard for me to go all in with ace king.
Huh?
Well, I mean, he can kind of say that now. There's no more action,
He said fold.
and he can fold.
Wow, that's terrible.
125 from you guys for the main pot.
They're not going to penalize Raul for that, though. I mean, that was bad.
Alfredo, you're on the table. What a spot. It's a terrible spot. I mean, it's a cooler if you think about it. I mean, there's one ace
If he doesn't
left.
show those kings, Bob's calling 100%. I would think.
Mathematically, he's supposed to call even if he sees the kings.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 120
I
to
mean,
win
as you said,
the $1 million pot.
he knows there's aces out there besides his, so that's why he folded. But if that ace hits, he's still got the best one.
We'll see what happens here. I mean, normally, nothing against Alfredo, but normally in the spot where you're under the gun, ace-jack is a super strong hand, and you make the all-in play, everyone folds, and you go heads up against the player, but it's a cooler deck. I mean, we just got to the final table first hand, right?
3, 4, 5. Everybody get their money back now.
And Gino said something about a chop. Everyone gets their money back. That would be funny. Here we go. Off to the flop we go. Jack in the window. So it's 6-5 jack. Another jack for Fredo wins a hand here. 6 is no good. Kings are still in the lead here. 90% of the chance to win this pot. All right, full house for Raul. Super great fold for Bob.
That's going to knock 2 out.
So 1 round penalty for
Raul. What did we say
Raul.
about who the chip leader was? He's 1.54 million.
I know, Tropicana have been in. It should be a kind of a penalty. Nobody said anything, though, so.
2 seats open.
And 2 eliminations. Took us a long time to get to the final table. This might be over.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
When he goes all in, if you
And as we see,
you're going to fall for 100,000 after you put in 290?
Dom's questioning his position. How do you do that? You put in 290, you fold 100K behind.
No, I mean, that,
well, he's saying if he didn't see.
With 3 people all in, and all I have is 2
because you put 290 in there, now it's $1 million in a pot.
But if I don't go in and 2 guys go out, okay, I move up a couple spots.
I got what you said. All right, that's a different
That's another $300, $400, $500.
That's a different point.
Bob's saying, listen, if I fold here, 2 people get knocked out, I jump up 2 pay spots. So I mean, he's right. He did. Dom was questioning why he would do that with 100K behind.
Brag. Oh, I need to take my beds too.
But it is interesting. Is he still folding if he doesn't see the ace king? I mean, he knows obviously a snap all in over the top for the chip leader. He's probably even more sign that the ace king wasn't good, and you saw how much he was deliberating folding it as it was.
Right. So Alden took 9th place for 456, and Alfredo, who bust out with the higher stack, gets 8th place for 572.
Yeah.
Plus those player points. I mean, that's going to be something.
But I do think if he doesn't see that hand, you can say, okay, I hope he's got queens. I hope he's got jacks, you know.
You can say that, but as a poker player, I'm telling you this. If I put in 200K with 100K behind, and he shows me, he can show me aces.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm still putting with the rest of the 100K.
I'm saying the opposite. I'm trying to see, yeah.
Now he's all in. Bob had enough of this table. He got his pay jump. He's going to take 6th place.
Yeah. What'd you say? So 9th was 456. Yeah, he jumped up 250 at least. Which is the next elimination.
So we don't know exactly how Bob's hole cards are because they're not in the box. Danny's on the button with ace deuce. Says, nah, I'll get out of the way. It's not my fight. Gets the blinds to fold. And Bob just picked up. He's like, what, guys? What?
That was a yellow.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to help you, man.
Yeah, okay.
The guy just give you 290, man. You gave him a week. Okay.
They need to force the rules. Well, honestly, I would agree with you there.
Yeah, and I'm lenient too. Honestly, I overlook a lot, but their 3-way all or 2 all-ins, and then obviously Bob on the verge of being a 4th all-in after Rauli also went in. Yeah.
So why did Rauli show his hand though? Because he didn't want. He thought Bob was going to fold for 100K more.
No, he thought Bob was all in.
Right.
I honestly think it was an honest mistake.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's
A
you
rule's
saw
a
Bob.
rule.
It made Bob easier for Bob to get off the hand there.
Correct.
And yeah, as a dealer there, I got to call the floor. I mean, that's
right.
And by the book, there's probably definitely times where I probably should call the floor that I would just say, whatever, But that one, I don't think I would overlook.
Right, that pot was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final table, huge pot, yeah. 3-way all in already. Potential 4-way all in, yeah. Danny folding ace queen there.
Yeah.
To Dom's raised to 70K.
Yep. Doesn't want to tangle with him right now. So Dom's going to pick and show the 1 ace. I think when people show the 1 ace, that always to me means the second card was a rag, because why not show both cards? And when it's ever aces, they show both cards. Whenever it's either ace or ace rag. I mean aces or ace rag, so Dom's got a lot of chips in front of him.
How do you say when you mom they give it taste to you? That's mama.
Oh, you keep the mama.
People just don't like ace queen at this table, we're learning.
Mother.
I say mamacita.
Not mamacita. It's a big difference.
There's a big difference.
Don't be going around calling your mama mamacita. She'll smack you.
Chino's having a good old time. When poker's fun, making jokes, 800K in chips in front of you.
Yeah, that helps.
Gino raises from the button. Dom comes along. Jack 10 versus Jack 7. It's Mario, the dealer in the box. Ace, queen, 6. Dom checks. C-bet from Chino would probably get the hand down. Yep. Oh, Dom wants to see one more card, and there's a 9. Now he's open-ended. He checks again. Gino doesn't slow down.
Cheap enough where you're going to call. But, oh,
and he folds open-ended.
What'd you call this?
What? That was crazy.
It's like if you bet 100K, okay, I'd get it. But 50K, what?
And Gino says, that was a good turn for you. Yeah, he was ahead the whole way. Of course that was a good turn for him. Look at his face. You win if you hit it.
I say 1. I say 2.
Otherwise, you're in the.
I'm in a hole if I got a 50. Right, yeah, I know.
No shit. You think I'll win if I hit
I know you make it alone. I know you don't.
I'm trying to keep you in, man.
Of course you keep me in.
I don't mind some people chasing gut shot. I have a problem when you hit it.
Well, then that's
I don't have a problem until you hit it.
No, but
Once you hit it, I call you.
Rolly, ace, king of diamonds under the gun here. 60,000 we're going to.
Look at this. 1.5 million in chips. Dominating chip leader here. I'd say he's running pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
And people want to stay out of his way. And he shows the hand trying to get some table cred. Georgia's saying, it's so nice to look at your stack and the pyramid that you have built over there. It's a pretty sight.
On your big blind. Small blind. On your big blind, we're going to raise them.
I was once in a tournament with Jason Mercier, and he had, this is the middle of the tournament in the World Series of Poker, he had a castle of chips. Like, I don't know how he had like so many chips, like, I don't, like, what the hell, you know?
Yeah.
He's hiding. He's hiding.
what an attitude that is. Yeah. I hear you.
They can't hear you if they watch the screen now. 100.
Georgia raising ace-8 of spades, raised to 100K.
And picks up.
That's probably her first hand that she's bet without like a made hand, and I like it. And the blinds are going up. This hand, 15K, 30K, 30K ante. Moving on up.
Danny! 30,000.
Told you it was coming.
15, 30, 30, so 75K in the middle every round. And
Steve's all in.
Steve with only 110,000, about to be the big blind next. Yeah, any ace is going to be good here.
Gino folds 8-7. That's good news for Steve. It's getting folded around, so.
It's gotten to the blinds, and it looks like he's going to pick this up.
Yeah. Danny says, how much is that? Just to put a little scare in him.
It feels like it's just too much to make this call. 80K more, you don't just want to give it away. I mean, you're giving him 60K here if you fold, but it feels like it's just enough to get the fold, I would think.
To defend or not to defend? That is the question.
But it looks like Danny really doesn't want to give him just 60K for free, plus that other 15 from Rauli.
I think the pause is always to, well, when you see a player cut out chips, they're calling. But I think the pause is just to give him a warning shot, like, buddy, this is my big blind.
There's no need for that. We know the situation. He's got 110. He's about to have to put in 60 the next hand. I mean,
he makes the call then. How about that? It was a decision to make, and we're off to the races. It's 2 cards versus 2 cards.
I mean, really, when you're calling with this is what you want to see. Not an overpair and 2 live cards.
Yeah.
You know 8 high is not going to be
right.
Good, so this is as good as you could ask for. And it's not even 2 overs. So
correct. Oh, you mean from Danny's point when he calls and
Danny's
got to
be. Danny's got to be.
He said he mathematically made the right call. So we'll see if they
look at that, 54-46.
All right, Queen 5 puts ace high in the lead. 6 gives him open-ended, but Trey gives him a pair, so Steve doubles up to 265K.
Oh, he did the stand-up move, veteran move.
The veteran move, baby. Susan, your man is still alive.
Wow.
Danny is like, all right, I doubled up to you. Let me give you some money back.
Danny did take a good hit from Steve before the final table with that one hand he called down with the flush versus the queen high. You remember that final hand? Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
He's got the chips back. Yeah. Steve bet 100K on the river, and Danny called with this flush.
Yeah. Yeah, with the 5-4 diamonds or whatever it was against the Queen 9, I think Steve had.
Somebody's clapping in the background. I know, he's alive. I'm a happy person. Look, Gino's not even in the hand, having fun. I think that's a little bit of a needle, if you ask me. So it's 10-6 versus ace Trey. Small blind versus big blind. Jack, deuce, ace, jack. Check, check, check. The river changes nothing. 10 high is good for Danny if he checks it back. But Steve's like, you know what? You check one more time. I'm going to steal this one. Position bet wins. 8 high, like a boss, takes it down. Susan, you're home, but you're not alone, though. You got this whole stream here, and the 2 commentators. We're all cheering for your boy. So that was a veteran play, last hand, in position, check, check, check. You sense the weakness. You know the only way to win is to put a bet out there. And even with 8 high, you have to have the guts and gusto to make a bet and feel confident about it. And it worked. Raul just sitting here watching the show, 1.5 million in chips. And Gino takes a walk. Nice.
Yeah, this is where, with the blinds this high, 60K each time. I mean, you look at Bob here. He's only got 120 left, and he's only got 2 more hands before he's a big blind. He's going to have to make a move here soon.
Sooner or later, the chip's getting in the middle.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
7 players by playing crappy cards, all right? There was 195 players in the tournament. You think I make a top 7 by playing crap?
Gino saying in strategy, there's 195 players. You think I made it this
Speaking
far?
of Bob, look at this. Ace-6 is going in. It's got to go in here.
120K.
It's got to. You're going to be the big blind in 2 hands.
You got to do it. You just got to do it. You would think that logically. But if he goes all in here, he's getting snapped up by Raul.
Yeah, but again,
This is the thing.
this is the thing. We can see this,
Right.
But
So we know.
if you're in his spot here, I mean, it has to go in here.
Well, it is going in, so your prediction was correct. So you're like 50-50 on the prediction.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, I'll give you props. You got one right. Listen, you finally, I knew sooner or later you would get something right. So Raul just flat calls here instead of isolating, which leaves the
And
door
yeah,
open.
You got Steve with a king.
With Steve with king, queen.
of hearts.
Calls as well. Raul's
Wow.
like, see what happens when I just say call? Hey, now you got to face 2 players instead of 1. If Raul would have raised, which is called an isolation, Steve probably folds his hand there. But anyways, 3 ways to the flop. Bob with ace-6 offsuit. Raul, I hope I'm saying his name right.
Steve's only got 160 more behind.
Behind, yeah, so 160 left behind.
Kind of a big call here in a way.
Well, I mean, he doesn't want to get in unless he hits the flop, and he doesn't. So it's an easy flop for him to get
Look
away
at
from.
Bob picking up a.
Check, check, check. Oh, Steve just picked up queens. Raul just checking it down. So Raul loses the pot to Steve's queens, and Bob's been
Gonna do it for
eliminated.
Bob. Hey, he says I need one more club.
Yep, he sure did. So you seen the movie Final Destination, right?
No, I have not. Don't watch movies.
Okay, well, the movie Final Destination means it's a scary movie where there are people who are supposed to die at certain points and they avoid it somehow, but still they die later on
Yeah.
because you can't run away from your destiny supposedly. The same situation where Bob had that ace king scenario where he should have got it all in but didn't.
Yeah, it would have ended up playing the same because he had more chips than both the 2 guys. So
he still gets the same place. So
he got to play a little bit longer. He got a little more entertainment value.
He got more
out of
table.
it, you know?
He got more video time. I love it.
But that's going to do it for Bob. 7th place, 728. So we are now 6-handed.
Look who's looking on the silver lining. Look at you.
Yeah. No? A little free entertainment.
You know what? You're absolutely right though. On a $130 buy-in, sometimes you just do it for the fun, the camaraderie. Wow. See if I can spell that word.
I don't even want to attempt that.
Jenga.
Damn, now I do want to attempt it.
All in from Georgia, pocket 9s. What do you want to spell it?
Yeah.
Why? You got Google.
COMRADARIE.
COMRADERY. Camaraderie.
What? Oh, man.
You thought it was longer than that?
I went COMRADARIE. Camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
Wow. I did not win the spelling bee in elementary school.
I was good at math.
I was too.
It's a good skill to have if you were to be a poker player. So Gino, who's been very friendly with Georgia, now facing a bet 235. She's sitting very stoically, very quietly. In her mind, she's saying, fold, 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 fold. You know, but Gino didn't get the 7th place by playing trash. Yeah, he folds ace. He shows A7 spades. And she has 9s. He shows, so she showed. Yeah, 1 overcard. Good fold. Yeah, you can fold there. You get situation. Actually, he probably put it on a bigger hand than 9s.
My boys, my grandson.
She's doing great.
He's
Super says, nah. He calls. You know, this is not a bounty tournament. There's reasons why you don't want to double up the short stack. Steve's like, I'm right here. What are you talking about? I love it. That was great. Fun. We're all having fun laughing on a Friday. Seven-handed here, guys. $130 buy-in. $10K guarantee. We crushed it. Almost $220,000. Gino, well, Ace-Jack raises to $65K. Little tiltish. Oversized raise, but he knows Raúl's the big blind, though, so he's not trying to give him the right price to call. But Raúl's like, you know what?
Did you just say oversized raise, though?
Did I say oversized raise?
I was like, what? Tiltish oversized raise is barely a min raise.
King 8-8 is the flop. I thought it was a bigger raise than that.
Yeah, no, we're up to 1530.
2x. Listen, I got 2 hours of sleep, okay? That's what I'm working with, folks, all right? God, people are so critical.
$70,000 here from Gino Raúl. Raising it.
So he knows Gino's making a continuation bet. How good is Gino to know that Raúl's trying to steal the pot here with Jack High? This is another level of poker. Because Raúl still has 1.1 million chips. I've seen a situation like this where Phil Ivey went up against a player who raised him with garbage. Phil Ivey re-raised them with garbage. The player 4-bet, and then Phil Ivey went 5-bet all in.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Nuts. Yep. There's a silent Gino fold. You know, what are you going to do? And that is the power of the chip stack chip leader. Chips are power, man. Chips are power. Super seen that hand as well. It's a famous hand.
Yeah.
Is it Monte Carlo or something like that? It was something with somewhere. There are levels to this game, son. Levels.
Gino with an ace-7 of clubs here. And look at Georgia right behind with jacks.
Oh, man, yeah. And
Georgia came over top last time with this ace-7.
Yeah, I think she goes all in here.
She's got more chips, but all in certainly still in play. I mean, yeah, 70 is the bag.
How's my prediction?
Yeah, what are you going to come over the top with? 200? I mean, it's basically the same thing. It's 360.
Gino's getting picked on. There's 3 hands in a row he's folding. That's like a snap fold there. Much bigger difference, though. That confidence level. The last one was a decision. He had nines versus, it was ace-7 of spades versus nines. This one was ace-7 of clubs versus jacks. 20 years ago? Damn, that's such a long time. Woo! Thank you, Super, for that info. What was I doing 20 years ago?
Was I 15? Jeez, I have no idea.
You're 35?
Yeah.
Damn.
What would you think, over or under that?
I thought you're a little older.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm 52. That's why.
See, I'm nice. I would say you're under that.
I'm an old man. I don't say I'm an old man. I'm young at heart. I'm young at heart.
So I said, look way older. I haven't even been on the camera today.
That's funny.
Not once have I been on the camera today.
Maybe he knows you. Maybe he's seen you downstairs.
This is getting insulting. Hey, they still ID me a total 1. Come on, guys.
That's a beautiful thing. When I was 16,
can't look that old.
I'll tell you the truth. I was a big kid when I was a big kid, and I was in nightclubs before I should have been in nightclubs, and I never got carded. But now, I mean, now they never card me.
I just went to Total Wine just to look around. I was in that plaza, and I bought Fever Tree Cola, not even alcohol, and they tried to card me. I didn't have my idea. I had to call the manager. I'm like, you could just get a manager. Like, they're like, all right, buddy, we'll let it slide. I'm like, I'm not even buying alcohol. They're like, it's just a store policy.
Oh, okay.
Like, do I really look 20 and I'm not even buying alcohol?
Right,
Come on, guys.
Right. Yeah, there's 6 players left on the feature table here. We don't. It's a manual update. That's the thing. So, someone in the back of production.
Yeah, there's
click
only
the button.
6.
Well, gotta keep you guys on the toes. You know, keep you making sure we're honest here.
Gummy bears. They do sell that kind of stuff there as well.
Do they? Yeah. Oh,
Like Toblerone chocolates and stuff. It'd be funny to
Toblerone. I love that chocolate.
Try to buy that. Good
Swiss. No, would you imagine?
Basically, that's what they did to me. I bought a Coke, basically.
Right. But it was in a can, so I don't know.
It's going to be on that thing.
King 5 for Dom. Under the gun, raising 60,000, which is a mid-click. But it looks stronger, though, right? Because it's, I mean, everyone's folding here, so.
Ooh, George is not folding. Although we've seen a lot of people don't like the ace-queen, but I think George is going to play it.
Yeah, she just makes the call, see the flop. I like to play. 30K more, you already got 60 invested. All clubs? Nah. 3, 5, 10. She checks. Dom bets. She folds.
Flopping her.
Yeah, easy poker. Oh. Dom shows a 5. Oh, and the card. So look what he raised with. King 5. That's right. Tell the table. Put him on notice.
You know what I do, right?
Yes, I know.
I'm just saying, you know.
No question about it. That's exactly why with any of you guys, you know that if I raise, you're going to get me off by going. And I know my limitations.
George is saying her weakness in the game is that she's predictable.
You know me. I just say they know me. I fold. Not like him. He come back 3 times that year.
You remember when I had kings, you had king queen?
Yeah,
You didn't fold that time.
I didn't.
You called up.
Put the nits on notice.
He hits
Oh,
a queen.
the other queen. Turn the queen.
He hits a queen in my face, and you're like, I got you, Gino. I'm like, no, you don't. I got you, Gino. No, you don't.
What was the turn? What was the turn?
We wouldn't be talking about it.
What was the turn? Queen?
I'm trying to forget.
There was a queen on the turn where Dom sucked out on Gino's kings. That's a fun story.
It's probably when Gino went quiet after
Yeah,
that.
no, he just said it. We don't talk about it. Yeah, of course. Dom's like, remember what the turn was. Most likely, most of the time, you remember the beats more than you remember the good hands that win. Talk about queens. We manifested it. Jack, queen, jack. I mean, queen, jack, queen. 60K. Dom's doing it again. Picking on Georgia.
Some people just consistently suck out. Should be working on the damn straw in there.
I just used it right down the drain. I think that's the only hand I probably ever beat you in. You know, that was like king queen.
That's a good thing, Super. I can tell you with clarity one of the biggest hands I lost in cash game when I hit the nut flush versus a straight flush.
I used to hit him all day, like 2-6.
$6,000 in a 2-5 game at Caesars in Vegas. And it was kind of funny. The river came, was a diamond. I had the nut diamond, ace high. I bet out, guy raised me, and I went into this whole acting kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? And in my mind, I'm just counting all the money I can get. So when I jammed all in, he snap called me. I thought I won a big pot until he turned over to straight flush. And I thought I got punked. I looked, I'm like, what? And he's got $6,000? Raul picking up a good hand here. Ace, king of spades.
Remember, he came over the top of Gino before a few hands ago. Gino
Yeah.
now with the pair.
Still not liking it, though.
And folds again.
20K cash pot? Wow, that's very nice.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one I remember, too. There was a hand. I was playing. You playing 5-10, 25? That's very nice. I was playing 2-5, and I had flopped a straight flush versus 2 players, and I remember that hand was like $4,000. So that one was very clear because I had king queen of diamonds, and I flopped a straight flush, and ace high flush was in the hand. The guy flopped the set, so all the money got in on the turn. And the guy with the ace high flush thought he won the hand when he turned it over.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. You got second place. Blinds are 15K, 30K.
Dom with 6s on the button.
Raises.
65 seems to be the go-to raise right now with these guys.
Yes.
And click +1.
Snap fold for Raul. Danny here, king 3.
It's only
in the big blind.
More.
Yeah.
We saw him call 80 more with an 8-7 offsuit, but here he won't.
Tightened up a little bit.
You know, so it's not an all-in, a little different, but
yeah,
kind of surprised he didn't call there, considering it was just 35 more.
Right. Man, Mario shuffling those cards.
Look at the stacks. No one's super short here.
No, and no one's gotten out of line or crazy. I mean, Dom's picked up a couple pots versus Georgia, but nothing out of line, really. Gino was the only one that's been bullied a little bit. Still keeping his composure, though.
Raul with kings on the butt.
Again? Things are just not fair.
He's hoping Steve wakes up with a hand because Danny doesn't seem to have anything here.
Nope.
Yes, sir. Did he say that? 65. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Steve did not wake up with a hand.
He got a haircut. Look, I see he got
4 deuce in the big blind.
He dyed that baby up.
So Raul picks up the antes and blinds. On the bottom, you see the marquee Moneymaker Tour returning April 30th through May 13th. April 30th is a Wednesday. The first event will be a $300 25K mystery bounty tournament. And then Thursday will be the first flight of the 100K guarantee. And also on those tournaments, there's a day 1 on Sunday, so day 2 will be on a Monday. So keep that in mind. I wish there were tournaments where I could take some time off to play. I would definitely be in those tournaments, but the main event is affordable. I'd say that because it's only $1,100 and there's satellites for $140, and with the player points for this month, you get free tickets. So come and play if you're local.
Gino getting a walk.
You better give his email and tell him thank you.
I wish you would have called. At least I can raise them when the fight against them.
Oh my God, he gave me 4 walks.
Yeah, I got 2 walks, and I open everybody for some gyms. I know. Somebody's gonna jam into the fucking obedient one. I'm gonna raise.
Nothing changes there. I'm waiting for you.
6-handed. We're on the final table. We finally made it. No discussion of a chop. Raul is our chip leader, 1.6 million. You see that pyramid of chips he's got there in front, sitting nice and comfortably. He was on this table earlier when we were like 18-handed. They got moved away. He left with 700K, came back with 790. Wasn't that much of a difference, and ran it up to more than double, 1.6 mil. Must be nice to have.
So nice that you guys get to wear T-shirts and all that. I remember when we were the white shirts and the penguin, you know, the
That's true.
In summer, these guys sweating.
She's talking about the dealer wearing the T-shirts. They say.
I keep forgetting to wear it on Friday. I keep
Yeah.
wearing the polo.
Right.
But it's a comfortable polo.
Yeah, our polos are nice.
Underpaid pimp.
Hey, back then they made a lot of money to do it. 15 years ago. I wear that again to make what they made. Absolutely would. Price some deals over 2500. 70,000 raise.
Raise from Danny in the cutoff, 70K.
You put the pot in, what's the raise?
hoping no one has the blinds, has anything to defend with. He's been showing a tight image, so this bet could get through. And it does, just like that. Georgia looks over at Gino and says, I thought you'd give me some protection.
Nothing more than I would like to be a protector.
Thank you.
None of this one, I can't. None of that.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Super, to a degree. The big blind's been folding a lot. The cards have been dictating the action a lot. Some of these players know some of these other players' tendencies, and it looks like their gambling has gone down, and they're just waiting for premium hands. And that's a strategy to itself. They have gotten there this far with playing good cards, so I would think a button open should be more often. Gino has been doing that, but since Raul opened to 30K, I think he's just going to limp in here. He doesn't want to go against the big blind. He has been folding to a raise from the big blind, so we got to see a flop. It's heads up. Oh, 3 ways to a flop. Ace, 10, ace. Raul flopping the world, they call it.
He's already got the check mark.
Check around. It's down with 7 deuce, no man's land. Gino could only steal with a bluff.
And
bad timing, though.
There's an attempt at it.
Yeah, 55K. Raul, of course, just got a flat call. That's the best decision, right? Hoping that a river would make a bluff. So Raul's got the ace-high full house. Checks, hoping Gino's got to try to rep it one more time. Gino looked at his chips. Oh, it gets 80,000.
Raul's got Gino's number.
Today is Raul's day
far.
versus Gino, yeah. So there's no bet that Gino can call, so yeah, snap fold. Gino knows.
There it is.
Tom just said what you were thinking. He's got your number. All right, so Raul's going to show the ace to get a little
You the one is better for me.
You're lucky you have it.
Yeah.
What happened when you don't have it?
Oh, I fold.
Okay, then. So he doesn't get it.
No, you don't get it. You bet.
Raul says, you're the one betting into me. Gino's like, yeah, if you didn't have an ace, you don't make the call.
I had a 10. I'm value betting a 10. You got 3 bases. You're a genius. You flop trips.
Yeah. Sometimes the poker gods don't cooperate, and you do the right strategy thing to do from the button. Most of the time, those bets get through, and you pick up pots. But when the chip leader is picking up hands, it's so hard to win. So Danny with pocket nines puts on his glasses.
Taking his time.
Raises it up 70,000.
Whoa. The min click +2.
Yep.
Getting expensive. Ooh, aces for Raul.
Oh, man. And he goes, how much? So Raul doesn't want to blow off the pot. He just had someone raise into him. He's just going to flat call here. Probably check the flock, hoping Danny makes a C-bet. That's what you call a standard play when you're the trapper trying to catch a fish. All right, deuce, queen, king. Checks, like I said he was going to do. All in and snap call. So gross. Oh, man. That's just Raul's day today.
He's playing them perfectly. You can say he's getting cards, but he's playing them perfectly.
Yeah, he played it well. He checked. He set the trap. He flat called the flop. Pre-flop.
We see one of the nines is gone, so this would be a one-outer if he's going to hit it, and it is not there. Danny.
Eliminated.
Already gone. He is eliminated in 6th place. Going to take home $943, and we are now officially all thousandaires here.
So this is when Raul goes, I'll take first place. You guys can chop up the rest.
Yeah.
$2.2 million. And look at Georgia with 9 big blinds. She's loving that she's moving up the pay spots. not folding pre-flop with that stack size. You're right. I mean, mathematically speaking, just crazy though how that hand works out like that though.
I mean, we saw Ace King put in 290 or whatever it was,
Yeah,
and then fold for
fold,
120
yeah.
behind. So I mean, you never know, but it doesn't hurt to play it like that. Play it. As
Could
solid
Danny
as
get
you
away
can.
with 2 overcards there? I mean, it's possible. It was possible that he folded, but not likely. I agree with you. I mean,
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
the math is mathing. Poker
Blinds
is a
are
math
up
game.
here, 20, 40, 40.
Right, and with the blinds at 20, 40, 40, Dom picks up this hand with a raise, a mid-click, and shows the ace. Dom's playing pretty good. All these players are playing really well. 5-handed here. Your ranges now do open up a little bit. Still, no word of a chop, so they're just going to play it out and take what they can get. But like you said, everyone's in the money, thousandaires. I'd like to take this moment to say thank you to everyone who's been watching today. I've been a little bit off. I only had 2 hours of sleep, but I'm here doing my best.
I got to be up at 5:30 tomorrow morning, so if this goes too late, I might be you tomorrow.
Well, good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you.
Pocket King's here for Steve.
Yeah, Raul on the button's going to
Raul on the
raise.
button with an ace, yeah.
Steve might just go all in here.
Yeah, I think he will.
I don't know. It's a big hand. We'll see what he does.
I'm looking at 90 plus another 80 from the big blind. I'm going all in and just taking that,
That
what
flip?
is that, 250?
Yeah.
Or 80 plus 9, no, 170.
Yeah, everyone's
I was
different.
doubling the 80.
Everyone's different. Did he say all in? He pulled back his chips. He just get a flat call?
I think
See? There's that.
200K.
There's 200K. Okay, there's that option.
I tell you, man.
And then look, 200K is the same as all in. It works. Rowley does, and he shows the kings. Yeah, Rowley's like, you know what? Ace trades not a hand. See that?
Yep.
All in 200K. What's the difference?
Same difference.
I like Steve's bet though. The all in.
Very expensive, boys.
Now Georgia's saying there's no value, guys, in my hand. I'm the big blind. No value here. It's very expensive.
Yeah, you're losing 80K every time you're the big blind, so.
I think she was saying that so no one calls her. She wants to walk.
No, my point is, I mean, if you're not playing hands, 2
Yeah.
orbits, I mean,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
lose 8160 plus another 4. You lose 200K if you don't play.
Yeah. The blinds are 5-handed. Eat you up real quick. Yes, sir. 40K call from King 10 from Raul. 2.1 million in chips here. Gino with King Deuce in the small blind. Flat calls. Trying to get lucky.
Do you ever like that play by Raul?
Yeah. Right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
The flat call? Yeah. You can see a flop. You can play post-flop a hand. You got 2 players. See what happens. Trey, 5, queen. Things are going your way today, so, I mean, really. And then George is going to go all in here with ace 5. She still had the best hand pre-flop. Continuation on the flop. It still holds up, so Raleigh lost the minimum, right, for not raising.
I think if he raises, though,
He takes down the blinds.
I think
it's possible.
he takes down the blinds. I don't.
But you got to mix it up, though. You can't be so predictable because someone goes all in, then you have to face the bigger decision, right? If you bet 100K and then Georgia goes all in, he's ever folding? No, he's got to give more chips away. I don't know. I think the call is fine. You got enough chips you can play post-flop. So on first discussion of a chop because the blinds are going up, 40-80. Woo! It's 30-60 next pay jump. We're 20-40, 30-60, then 40-80.
Buy drinks and get yourself out of it. Buy a round of drinks.
Yeah, 500K out.
Whatever, yeah.
Add on
Well,
the top table.
1,000, 2,000.
Literally open the entire deck. I mean, listen. I mean,
With that stack, I mean, yeah, I'm just surprised with how big of a chip stack he has. I see King 10. I think I'm raising. And as it is, I think they both probably fold.
yeah, we can say that because. But
But I mean, yeah, obviously.
we've seen the whole cards. I mean, a lot of times they're gonna have junk and it's gonna work. A lot of the times.
I think that's what you're playing, though. I mean, you never see their hands, so you're playing the percentages with that stack.
But their stack sizes are so small, too, that sooner or later they have to go all in.
Oh,
then
yeah,
you're faced
for
with
sure.
the decision. That's all. I'm just saying there's both ways to play. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. King 10 doesn't look good at all. We're facing those hands. You're right. All in for Gino. Jack 10. It's a hand he's going to take a stand with. I don't think he really plays the hand. I think he's just trying to get through. But we'll see what happens. Georgia folds. Dom says how much he folds. Rowley's got ace high here.
He's at the number.
235 to call. He's the big blind, so to defend or not to defend? That is the question.
Looks like he's going to make this
Yeah,
call. Yep.
let's go ace high versus 2 cards, random.
I always like the Jack 10 here. I'm usually wrong, but I always like the 2 middle cards.
Drum roll, please. King 6-4. We need a Jack or a 10 to stay alive. King's not the card you're looking for. Come on, 10. Jack on the river.
Jack
Double up
on
for
the
Gino.
river.
6-10. Gino gets a little payback and does a little boxing, taps the nose like Bruce Lee. I knew it was coming. I like the fact that he's really silent, taking in those chips.
I know what I'm telling you every time, brother. I know every time my people out here do the same shit.
If it's me and you, we're going in all in every time, one of us going to win.
50-50 says you're going to win sometimes, you're going to lose sometimes. I agree with you there. Gino got saved on the river.
I'm a number guy. You beat me the last 17 times, so
He was due one, which is true if you're looking at the count. Ruthie, oh, Georgia, I know. Let's give her some love. Hanging in there. She was short stacked at one point. Got a nice little triple up early on. Playing solid poker. Very patient. Chino said 80K. Threw out some extra
in
chips.
90, yeah.
Verbalizing is one thing. Rowley come to defend 10-7 here. Round 2. Round 2. Fight. 6 deuce queen. Check, check.
10.
10 gives Rowley the lead, and he checks, and now Gino fires on a 975K. Since Rowley just picked up a 10, he's never going to fold, right? So he just calls.
Flats it.
Yeah, it's a flat call. Safe to see what the river is. King of spades. Check, check, and 10 shows, and Gino loses with 9s, and it's okay. I mean, it's a 390K pot.
Georgia's got a lot of fans in the chat. She's got some fans here, too. It's been a while.
Well, when you're a nice person,
Yeah.
people like you.
Good to see you.
That's all right. Just keep walking right by me. What are you doing, bro?
I don't think Rowley's tilted.
That's when nobody's here. Look, George is back.
Dom a little jealous. Hand number 125, folks, in the stream. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. The Moneymaker Tour coming to you April 30th through May 13th. Check the schedule. It's on our website. Gino with ace-9 of diamonds. All in and a snap call. Dom with king 10. Diamonds are no good for Dom.
Pot at 890, so Gino is the one who looks to be at risk if the numbers are right here.
Right, on a queen 6 tray, safe flop for Gino. Deuce on the turn. 5 is safe, so Gino doubles. Now Dom's a short stack with 120. And Gino with the healthy 890K, bouncing back.
No, I didn't say nothing. I just stuck my head a little bit.
Yeah.
English, please.
So you understand what I said?
Ooh, let me know. I hope so. They're done? So as graphics show, it looks like Dom is still going to have a little bit behind here.
I was trying to get a full down.
No, I don't like Apple Watch. That's super nice too. Well, my that's cheap. But it's nice. I don't like Apple Watch.
Got lucky, man. Got caught by one thing, and he ain't hit. I played the other hand bad. I let him guy catch up. Now he's gonna do my head.
Now, as we said, I think Dom has about 100K left, and the other problem for him is he's going to be the big blind next hand, which is going to be forced to put in 80K. So, oh, ace. See an ace, you don't have to look at the second card in this spot. It's going all in. It's nice that it's suited. Ace 5 of clubs.
120,000.
And it's even nicer here that Gino has a king 5 of diamonds. Yeah, he's got to call this, and it's a great spot for Dom to be in to get this double up.
You have anything, Dom? King high. Oh.
Yeah, Dom loving to see this. Gino hating to see it.
I'm invited. Did you look, Dom? You look good.
So pot's 320. Dom trying to add 200K to what he started this hand with. To go from 120 to 320. Needs to avoid diamonds or a king. So far, so good. King and a king only. And Dom up to 320,000.
I was going to do it again on you, so keep on waiting.
I think Jamie's up there saying something about that double up. I don't know.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Okay, I didn't believe it.
I'm gonna get that money out.
You almost, you know, if you, actually, never mind. It was an impressive run, though, you know, from four hours straight, no
Me?
break,
Not
no
taking a
nothing.
break? Yeah.
I don't know how you do it. I was impressed with myself today. I mean, I had that salad to hold me over, but I still had to take one.
Yeah, man.
And a little miscalculation of the half hour plus
It's all good.
learning how to drive.
Yeah.
The airport.
No,
But,
you're
you know,
fine.
we got there. Yeah.
Your enthusiasm was good. You played really good. You did a good job today.
You know, we're both hanging in there the opposite directions. You're hanging in there from
2
a
hours,
rough
yeah.
start.
Daytime shift.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Well, normally you'd be fresh, but I'm saying with your little 2-hour poker session last night thing, yeah. Sounds like a rough day.
Yeah, man. It's always easier when you win, but
Yeah.
not the way it goes sometimes. It builds character.
If you win, it's like it's worth it. It's like,
Yeah,
all right, I'll
yeah.
get through it. It was all worth it.
I know. That's just how I was on like such a good table. Like I normally don't play when I have to work in the morning. Like I normally don't. But
Yeah.
I had itch, and then I was on such a great table. Late night poker sometimes so much action, and that's the problem with that is that sometimes it's too much, and then you gotta fade outs and stuff, and people get lucky. But that's just
I like how you said I normally don't play when I work in the morning. When did you start? 3 p.m.
yeah. That's more. No, we have to remember.
I know. It's
I'm an
all
hour.
perspective. It's all perspective.
Yes. Yeah,
It's just funny for me to hear these.
That's true. 3 in the afternoon is morning for me. Most of the times I don't wake up till 4 or 5 right before I have to come to work, but I need to fix that. I go to bed way too early, too late.
I was just thinking about that myself. Like when I first started working here as a cashier, my shift started at 7:30 p.m. I would literally wake up at 6 p.m. And what
Right.
I was thinking about is, what did I do for dinner? Like I would eat dinner. I would go to the gym immediately
Right.
at 5 a.m. after my shift.
Right.
I would like take a little break. But like there's nowhere you can eat dinner at that time. So,
Yeah.
and it's like I would go to bed around 11 or 12. So it's like I really don't know what I did for dinner back then.
Right. Yeah. Still 5-handed, folks. We're here on the final table. Such a great tournament today. $130 buy-in. Normally a 10K guarantee. We got it up to $19,000 today.
Yes.
First place with $5K going home.
Crushed that, yeah. As you can see, we are 5-handed. Top right, still a little off, but, you know, you can see what's left.
Yeah. You don't need that clock
anymore. At this point, it's not as important.
If you can't see the 5 people here, I don't know what to tell you. Get your eyes checked? No. That's being mean.
It might need it. It might be helpful, you know.
I swear there was 6 players there. When you play long sessions, sometimes the cards blur and you don't remember what you had, and you got to look back, and you're like, oh, no. Moneymaker Tour on the bottom, you can see, returning April 30th. A lot of events, 52 events, giving away trophies and money and all kinds of prizes and stuff. It's just a fun time. So 4, Jack, Queen, 4-4, and they're chopping. 9-5 versus 6-5. The river saved Rauli.
So again, we don't really have anyone too short. I'm looking at Georgia's stack. If
She's the shortest.
She doesn't have yellow, then
Yeah.
she's kind of low, and she's about to have to put in 80K. So I guess she'd qualify.
Oh,
and
yeah.
actually, Dom's went up to 320, but that's still short when you're putting in it, and it looks like he lost a little bit in the blinds. So.
Right. Both
Never
those
mind,
players.
I take that back. Both those players are kind of short.
Yeah. As you said that, you're like, wait a minute, 2K,
realize,
2K, 200K, 2 right there.
210, 220 is very short, actually.
Yeah.
I'd take it all back. And they both have hands here that they both probably
There
want
she
to get
is.
it
He's
in
all
with.
in, like you said.
And now it's
Sooner or
tough
later.
for Dom here. It's like you're going to have to – yeah, I think you got to. I mean, and look at Rauli. Wow.
2-player knockout.
And
bounties.
we've seen players nonstop hate this hand and fold this hand.
Right,
With this
today.
stack, I cannot imagine he folds this
Today,
hand.
yeah.
And you know both these players are about to be the blinds. Both of them are short. You can't fold here.
Logically, what you're saying is correct. 100% of what you just said was a factor.
I can't believe he didn't snap this. I mean, you got some players behind. That's true to think about. But
Well, he's going to cut out some chips. I think he's going to make the call like he said.
players at this table just hate ace-queen. I guess this is what we're learning.
He calls.
But he will make the correct call.
You made a right assessment of that judgment there. I mean, sometimes there's some ways to say there's 2 players all in. You don't want to double up the short stack. You do want them to eat themselves up. They're both the same. One person's going to win, right, most of the time. And then you move up a pace stub a little bit. So
here you knock them both out, hopefully.
Yeah.
And
We'll
look
see.
at how it is. He does have the best hand
We'll
here.
see
He's
what
got
happens.
them both dominated. He's got
He
the ace
sure
of Georgia.
does.
He's got the queen of
for Dom. You're
Dom,
right. So 3 ways to a flop. It's ace-8, king-queen,
Oh, they're
ace-queen.
both. Everybody's standing up. Everybody.
They pulled the move. I'm going to stand up for this
cancel
one.
it all out?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Good hand, sir. Good hand. Way to play.
Hold
We're all standing here.
Good stretch. My back's a little tight.
In the chat, come on. If you're rooting for Georgia, give her some love. Let's see what she can do. Dom, my man. King, 10, 9. A little bit for everybody.
Wow.
Deuce.
Ace or a jack for Rauli.
And the
and
jack with
on
a
the
straight
river for
Broadway.
the double
2.
knockout to bring us
What?
to 3-handed. And they were very close in chips. I'm not sure. It was 210 and 220.
Yeah.
I think I heard Dom had more.
I think by 10K more, Don takes.
And that's going to make a big difference here because this is a difference between 5th and 4th of, I mean, not huge, but $420. I mean,
That's a lot of
pretty
money.
big.
Georgia, great job.
So that means if what we heard is correct, Georgia taking 5th place, taking 1241. Dom taking 4th, taking 1661.
Woo.
And, yeah, we are 3-handed. 2261 for 3rd, 3132 for 2nd, 5070 for 1st.
That was awesome. Steve just said, Rauli, chip leader says you want to do an ICM number or you want to play it out. I like that. Yeah, you can't make a decision while the hand is in action, so you have to wait till the hands are played out. Gino with King 10 calls. I thought Raul was going to go all in. I just had a feeling, regardless what his cards were, but he's going to show. He actually had a hand. What do you have?
Gino doesn't seem to want to chop, but
He wants to see the numbers. He's
okay.
crushed. I mean, Raul, he knows equity. The chip leader is going to lose money, but they're all going to make more money by chopping. And he's running so good and has all those chips. So we're going to do a little ICM count here.
Well, I mean, the ICM, whether they always say it's better for the short stacks, right?
It is, so. Yeah. You're gaining equity for guaranteed money. You're losing as a chip leader just to make sure you cash out. You're giving away money. So 470 for Steve. That's a good way to do it. You can deduct what Raul has by all the other chips he has in play.
Yeah, they were asking why we're not just going off stream numbers. Yeah.
Right. Well, for the ICM numbers, it makes a difference between.
Plus, I mean, sometimes there's card misreads and pots get awarded to the wrong person.
Correct.
They fix it to the best of their ability, but sometimes you're not able to get it exact. I mean,
right. But you can do it. Right.
Things happen.
Yeah, take the 4 off top and put them on the bottom. There you go.
There you go. Boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
You know, normally Ron's the top of this and does a color up. I guess he was slacking today. Normally Ron's on top of it with the.
Yeah, he's got way too many reds over there.
It's okay. Boom. 1.6. 2.6 mil. Woo! And don't forget the 50 on the side.
655.
All right. This introduction, while they do the counts, we'll go over some things we already talked about, though. The Black Chip Bounty tomorrow.
And then apparently there's a seat added for the Moneymaker Tour.
It's a beautiful thing. $1,100 ticket for first place. That's what it says.
I mean, $11.15, $300 Black Chip Bounty, 10K guarantee, plus $1,100 seat, which I don't think it's going to second or third. Yeah,
that's a beautiful
thing. Top, so, yeah.
That alone might be the reason why you want to play this tournament. I didn't mean to yell in your ear.
And I mean, if you can't, no, it wasn't at all. It's just the headphones are annoying me.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, if you can't make it tomorrow, you know, the next 2 Saturdays are also giving away that exact same deal.
Ruthie, good run for Georgia. Yeah, she played great today.
A reminder for anyone watching, it is Easter Sunday, so no tournament here on Easter. We'll still be open, though. I'll be here.
Go hunt for your eggs.
Yeah.
And then the Moneymaker Tour coming end of the month, which is like 2 weeks away.
Yeah,
April
Wednesday,
30th.
April 30th.
Yeah. And don't forget, if you have a raffle ticket for April 26th, the Saturday, we're giving away $15,000 in cash.
That's more than usual, right?
Yeah, we usually do 10. We
yeah.
added another $5K for the people late night. They were saying, why did we stop at 6? So you know what? We're going to go to midnight. It's going to be 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 again. So it's going to be 1K, 2K, 2K, 5K, 2K, 2K, 1K. That's what we're giving away.
Wait, what did you just say? Sorry. I thought you were talking money. 12
we are.
to, no, you're talking times.
No.
12 to.
1K at 12.
Yeah.
2K at 2. 2K at 4. 5K at 6 p.m. 2K at 8 p.m. 2K at 10 p.m. and then 1K at 12 midnight.
Oh, so 6 is still the big drawing, then
Correct.
it works backwards. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Now you got it. See? You should have known this, though. I shouldn't be telling you this new information.
No, I hadn't seen that one.
That's what it is.
You know,
we're in the middle of the month.
If you see me at 8 p.m. here, you know.
Oh my God, I'm the one with 2 hours of sleep.
I don't know about these night promotions.
Oh, I'm not gonna say anything.
Nighttime.
I'm just gonna leave it there. All right. Shh.
4404, 2850, 3209.
Did you hear it? 4K for first. He says I'm a chip leader. I don't mind. So he's giving away $1,000 for this chop.
Gino's body language has always made me seem like he doesn't want to chop, but
I know. He takes second place.
I never even heard him agree, but he looks tilted by it
it's
the
3K.
whole time.
Yeah, what's third? What's second
Even
place?
when Raul proposed the
I
chop.
know. It's normally
it's almost like he doesn't really want to chop, but it's like too good of an offer. Like he knows he's getting the
I mean,
right, so
don't let your ego get ahead of you there. I mean, second place money is $3,100. That's what Gino got. So I guess he didn't want second place money. He wanted it all. Who knows? Anyways, good
Yeah,
job.
with that chip lead, though, I think this is a fair deal for the other two players for sure.
Very fair.
And it was Raul who proposed it and quickly agreed to it. So
yeah.
Good stream as always.
I think I seen Steve on the break when we were walking by. I was walking by. He goes, now my wife knows what I made. We'll buy her a new pair of shoes. She was cheering you on the whole time.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure she's still tuned in for it.
Yep, of course.
At any rate, thank you guys again for joining us. It was a good one tonight, as always. And if we haven't said enough, we'll be back here with the stream tomorrow for the $300 black chip bounty with that $1,100 moneymaker seat.
Great job, Brent. Thank
top.
you very much. Thanks, everybody, for dealing with me today.
Yep. All right. Appreciate it, guys. Yep.